All right.
Okie dokie.
Welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live here on a Saturday night. Talk a little bit about the fallout from last night. Could almost say early this morning. Where'd you go, dude?
Long show.
Yeah, it was a long show. Getting ready to shut it down. And then the news breaks with John Heyman's tweet. And the rest was history. Boy, oh boy. What is up, everyone? I see everyone in the chat. I already know where this chat's going to go tonight. I know it, man. I already know where this is going to go. Oh, man, dude. Yeah, I was thinking about it all last night. Like, honestly, I had no idea what's going to happen. I don't know the direction anymore, to be honest with you. I thought I had a good idea of what was going to be happening. Not to be so. Boo must die. Pete Alonso. I'm seeing a lot of Pete Alonso. What's up, Steven?
Hey, Steve.
What's up? What's up, Rob C? I see Alex is out there. Rocks Senior. What's up? Hell of this, hell of that. Jason. Darren is out there. Niner Empire. Toby. The Ace Atheist. Spencer is out. Daniel is coming in. Daniel's ready to hand out the pitchforks tonight. Anthony Ranger, what's up? He's ready to. He said he's ready to hand out the pitchforks tonight.
Nice.
The pitchforks of old.
Nice.
Hey, come on. Let's not get crazy. What's up, Al? Your buddy Al's out there, Glenn.
Al Wong, how you doing, buddy? Al wasn't communicating very much. He was sitting back and enjoying the show last night. I said, geez, where was Al? And Bernice is like, oh, he was there. He says, I kind of like Angry Glenn. So he was out there and he wouldn't shut it off till the end. He was with you for the entire show. We kept it going, Eric. We were just a tickety-boo short of 5 hours. Great coverage last night.
You know, well, the first 2 hours were okay. It was the last three that went a little bit nuts, just a little bit.
You were doing the usual routine, huh? You were getting through. But hey, what's better? What's better when you do a show like this, the middle of the show, when you hear that, ooh, you hear the sirens go off, or you hear Eric go, oh, shit. If anybody ever got it last night, Eric was just on it. You actually, people knew something was going on before you announced it. And then I heard the magical siren. I went, uh-oh.
You know, I'm hitting that siren is getting played way too much for not good news.
Well, the siren and shit meant, this is not good news. Put the two together.
That was
good news.
That was a pretty heavy shit that I laid out there, but oh well.
Come on, Chuck. Me, Glenn. What the hell did I do? Angry Glenn? Glenn caused Burnes to sign with Arizona. No, it wasn't me. I just said a mystery team. Come on. Hey, Red.
Here we go. Celebrating the 70th. Congratulations, Red.
Happy birthday.
Right on, buddy. Happy birthday to the young Red L. What's up, man? Good deal. Now, here we go. We're already getting to...
Are we getting into the 4-year deal? Are you looking at what I'm looking at?
Here we go. We're already getting into the Alonso stuff already, man.
I knew that was coming.
Let's see something.
Thanks, Alex.
I would like to thank Senior Softball Games. I guess he has the Blue Sky app, which is I guess it's competing with Twitter. I don't have Blue Sky.
I have Blue Sky, but I don't use it yet.
I guess Andrew Baggerly, that is his go-to for breaking news type stuff. Mm-hmm. And he had something interesting to say in Blue Sky.
I should
so let's start it off with that, and then we could keep going. I really don't want to discuss the damn. Here we go. Andrew Baggerly on Blue Sky. Where do the Giants pivot following Burnes to Arizona? Buster Posey responded via text. We believe in our young arms, and I feel like they are in a position to take some big steps forward. We'll continue to look on the offensive side for players that give us a chance to score runs in multiple ways.
Buster can't say anything but that. Or he's cornered now. What is he going to say?
And as you can see, that was posted today.
I was just reading that. Look.
Today at 1900 hours and 07 minutes. Okay. So
it's pretty
just after 7 o'clock, that's when he put it out. So it wasn't that long ago. It's fairly fresh. Yeah. So it sounds like they're not going to be addressing the starting rotation. There was something else in there. I think it was hold on, let me get to it. This is from Kruk and Kuip. This was on Facebook, right? You got two different things. One's on Senior. One was on Facebook and the other one is on Blue Sky, right? Or are they both Blue Sky? Either way. This is from Kruk and Kuip, guys. That would be Facebook. So after Corbin Burnes news, Buster Posey texted Andrew Bagley, as per the Post, the Giants are done for the offseason in terms of acquiring starting pitching.
A freaking development year? Come on.
So there you go. There you go. Whatever that means, man.
I hope they draw a development year crowds, Eric. You reap what you sow.
But let's talk about this too, guys. Let's get into this. What did Buster Posey say from the very beginning? Come on. Let's be honest, guys. You may not like it. It may not make you feel good. But what did Buster Posey say from the very beginning when he took over the job and was getting ready to get into the offseason? He has always said that he believes in the young pitching. He said that from the very beginning. He believes in the young pitching that the San Francisco Giants have. So take it for what that's what he said.
Yeah, good luck.
And he hasn't necessarily deviated from that. Now, that being said, so not the scenario I envisioned? No, Johnny. Nope. Not at all.
Minnesota?
Not at all. Johnny, what did you think? Hey? Talk to me, Johnny. I know you're a Dodgers fan. Would you have not thought that the Giants would go heavy pitching, considering it's going to be difficult to match up with some of these other teams with the bats? Does that make sense, Johnny, right? Wouldn't you think that would be a correct path forward for the San Francisco Giants? That was my thought.
Pitching or the hitting now.
Well, he believes in the starting hit. Hey, he believes in the starting pitching.
What say you? You believe that? Well, I don't want to get into a real, our power.
I don't know, man.
Dude, I think this is not this pitching staff is pretty weak.
But I don't know. We got young guys who have promise. That again. That's the thing. We got, let's say this. We got young guys who have promise. What does it mean? Not much. Not until the season starts. I thought the Giants would go big, says Johnny O. And I didn't think they would go big necessarily. It would have been nice. But it sounds like he's going to go after bats now. Red Dog? Yeah, that's what it's sounding like. I know, Greg. I know, man. I know. The Giants need at least another top of the rotation type arm. They need it, man.
Skaters, I hope you got your little care package. I was down to visit you.
Shit!
You were at the fish market.
God, I'm still pissed off about this. Now, if you guys want to go down the path of talking about the different stories, this team had this contract, this team had that contract. If you guys want to go down that road, that's up to you. It sounds like they're not getting any starting pitching whatsoever. Greg, don't even think about Castillo or Castillo. Don't think about Lopez. Don't think about Alcantara. Don't think about any of that. They're not going after starting pitching. That's according to Buster Posey.
Too thin.
But anyways, back to the contract as Corbin Burnes. Supposedly the Orioles were pretty heavy in it. Blue Jays were in it. Supposedly there was a $200 million contract on the table, 7 years with no opt-outs. And he didn't accept it. And you know what? That was not from the Giants. It was from an AL East team. What's up, Liam? Does it mean we're out on Sasaki? No, it doesn't. It does not mean we're out on Sasaki. But at this point in time, whatever. I'm lukewarm. All right, what do we got here? Show more. Hey, got some more deferred money in there, guys. Corbin Burnes contract details. I guess we could do this. This is not a big deal. This is not what was reported as far as what other teams are getting. This is his actual deal. Corbin Burnes contract, $10 million signing bonus. In 2025, $30 million, 10 deferred. 2026, $30 million, 10 deferred. Opt out at the 26th season. Then the rest of the years, look at all the deferred. So how much deferred money is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $60 million of deferred.
Please.
$60 million. Another deferment, guys. Hey, it is what it is. Hey, it's in the contract, so everyone's taking advantage of it.
Future.
But that's pretty amazing. Look, and let's talk about this. If he is turning down $250 million from another team, granted, maybe he didn't want to be on that part of the country, but that means he's turning down quite a bit of money. So it is what it is, man. Arizona is learning, says Alex. That's the deal.
You know, I see our chat oftentimes, you know, they're a little misconstrued on what I believe. They have their own beliefs, you know, it's sort of cutting it right down the middle. But on this whole pitching thing, Eric, boy, it's real cut and dried. Some say it's fantastic. Oh, we don't need any pitching. Others are like me saying,
no, we need pitching.
God, Droopy Nuts is out there. He says, no, we don't need pitching. God, come on, man.
We need one more starting pitcher. At least one.
At least Droopy Nuts. Great name.
And did you see who Roki met with? Did you see that in MLB trade rumors?
Jeez, he's met with just about everybody. Who knows?
He's met with the Dodgers. So
of course.
But that's of course. Come on.
Well,
yes, on. Rounder.
Eric. He's not. We're not in on him.
Oh, we're in on him. But whether or not he chooses us,
he's not in on us.
We don't know. We don't know. Look, right? Come on. We don't know.
Come on.
It's not even a guarantee he's going to be a Dodger. He's going to go wherever he wants to go.
Yeah, and it ain't San Francisco.
Jack Flaherty is a mistake. All that's a sign of desperation for me.
Yeah, but it may be desperation, Eric.
I know he's a good pitcher.
Got left.
But there's no one left. There's no one left in the free agent for starting pitching, man.
Yeah, it could be. It is desperation. It is desperation. God.
And then we got
all went to hell last night during the show, didn't it? Jesus.
Giants considering Pete Alonso.
Here we go.
Here we go.
It's too early.
Already, man.
Too early in the show for this.
Giants already made one big infield addition by signing Willie Adames, kept Matt Chapman off the free agent market entirely by signing the third baseman to a 6-year blah, 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 blah. With the Giants still weighing big moves, Susan Slusser of the San Francisco Chronicle reports Pete Alonso is on the radar as a significant upgrade to first base and designated hitter mix. As it stands, Lamont Wade Jr. will be getting the bulk of the first base at-bats as the left-handed hitting side of what will likely be a platoon situation. That said, reports have suggested San Francisco is open to moving Wade and that the Giants had some interest in signing Paul Goldschmidt before Goldschmidt landed with the Yankees. Top prospect Bryce Eldridge is viewed as the long-term answer at first base. And with Eldridge making his AAA debut in 2024, a shorter-term signing like Goldschmidt made sense as a bridge at the position. We talked about it ad nauseum here on Giant Sports Talk Live about getting a bridge. All right. Yes, Aaron Gonzalez. No Flaherty, no Verlander. I don't want no Verlander. Adding Alonso would only somewhat change that direction. If Alonso took over the everyday first base role, Wade could be shifted into a part-time DH role. And Wade is a free agent next winter, so he might not remain part of the Giants' future plans. Eldridge played some outfield in 2023, but is largely viewed as a first baseman going forward. So he and Alonso could form a powerful first base DH combo, even if such an arrangement would lock down both positions for years to come. There's a possibility that Eldridge would become a trade chip the Giants could dangle to address other needs. Or that Alonso wouldn't necessarily be a long-term addition.
Hold on. Who wrote this, Eric?
MLB Trade Rumors. Who's the author? Mark Polishik.
So now he's saying that he could be a trade chip? Come on.
That's what they're saying. He's saying
look what he's saying
on the internet. Careful. Hey. No, MLB Trade Rumors, they put a lot of stuff out there. There's a possibility. Doesn't say they are. Yeah, of course. Anybody is available for a trade, right? Unless you got a no trade clause. Anybody is available for a trade. Mark Feinstein hears from various executives around the league that Alonso's next contract might involve an opt-out clause or two, thus allowing Alonso to re-enter the market potentially as early as next year or next offseason. Alonso's agent, Scott Boras, has included such opt-out provisions in several of his clients' deals in recent years, in some cases creating an extra level of flexibility for teams and for players coming off less than ideal platform years. It could be argued Alonso is coming off 2 relative down years, as he has a solid but unspectacular 121 weighted runs created plus since the start of the 2023 season. First baseman slugged 80 home runs and hit 229, on base at 324, slugging 480, and 1,300 plate appearances over that span, while providing little value with his glove or the base paths. Clubs are increasingly wary about committing big money to first base only players in general. Alonso's increasingly homer-heavy approach raises questions about his overall offensive value.
I got to agree. Especially in our ballpark, Eric.
Yep.
Okay, see ya.
Let's see.
I'm only going to be
what was this? Nathaniel Lowe? Okay, well, that's already gone. I'll say cited the Giants along with the Reds, Tigers, Blue Jays as possible dark horse candidates. Most of the executives that spoke with Fison believe an Alonso Mets reunion is inevitable. The Mets remain linked to both Alonso and Alex Bregman, leaving a team with an interesting choice at the top tier of corner infield since Mark Vientos can play first or third. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, there we go. Oh, here we go. President of Baseball Operations, we just read this. Address the Giants' next steps in a text to Baggerly. Believe in our young arms. Feel like they're in a position to take very big steps forward. We will continue on the offensive side for players that give us a chance to score runs multiple ways. There you go.
Then that does not include the polar.
There you go.
Polar bear does not bring you multiple facets to a game.
Rob Deere 2.0.
God help us.
Scherzer and Bieber. Nope. Alonso contract would block Eldridge. Instant. Correct. Unless they move him to a DH. Profar? Hell no. I'd keep Yaz. Hey, Toronto. Rather keep Yaz than picking up Profar. It doesn't make sense to pick up Profar.
And I don't think the Blue Jays.
Oh, don't even talk about
Blue Jays won't have any interest in. They won't have any interest. I see guys throwing out Yaz and Wade. I don't see the Blue Jays wanting them.
Honestly, guys, I don't know.
Don't get bogged down in our, all our trade bait is so valuable. I had this discussion with one of our chatters today, and they're like, they go, I wasn't buying into it. I finally do. They're like, yeah, you're right, Glenn. They're not. Who, Eric? Vladdy Jr. for pitching and Yaz and Wade. Nah, they want to stack the cupboard, buddy. They don't want a Yaz. But that's Giants fans, Eric, of course. That's Giants fans. The Blue Jay fans aren't going, holy shit, let's trade him and get Yaz. Let's nab Yaz from the Giants. It's the Giants fans saying, boy, they want to get that Yaz. Ain't happening.
Heroku.
Trade for Vladdy would be good, though, wouldn't it?
Heroku.
Maybe that's what you got to do.
You're on to something, Heroku.
What's Heroku saying here?
Kim would score runs in different ways. I would not be surprised if they pick up Ha-Seong Kim.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go.
Think of
Kim.
I don't know. Think about it. If in multiple ways, remember Ha-Seong Kim, he's got a little pop and he's got speed, right? So there you go. Hey, Mike, according to Buster Posey, they're not going to address starting pitching.
Thanks, Rounder.
This is so depressing.
Carter, haven't talked to Carter for a while, but
this is depressing.
Kim kind of dropped off our radar with the whole Boras, talk.
Well, with Adames being signed, yeah.
But then all of a sudden, he's still out there, Eric.
And let's not forget, guys. If we're talking Pete Alonso and Alex Bregman, guess who you're having to deal with? And what was probably the biggest issue in regards to when negotiating with Corbin Burnes? It was the damn opt-outs. So what do you think you're going to be dealing with Scott Boras if you even want to try to get Alonso or Bregman? You're going to be dealing with opt-outs. If you weren't willing to deal with opt-outs with Corbin Burnes, then why would you even bark up the tree with Alonso and Bregman, knowing full well that Scott Boras is going to be pushing opt-outs?
No way, Aaron. No way. Vlad is going to land some superior talent, and that isn't superior talent from our other teams are going to offer a hell of a lot more than what you have in that trade package.
Let's talk about this.
Yaz,
if you want to talk, you're not going to throw a Yaz and a Wade in getting Vlad. If you want to get Vlad, you're talking about trading Harrison or Wisenhunt and Luciano and Matos. That's what you're talking about. It's not going to be a Yaz and a Wade.
No.
And even at that point, we don't even know if the Blue Jays even want to entertain that. But that's what would have to. That's what you're talking about getting Vlad.
Hey, I don't want to poo-poo tonight. Mean Glenn was out last night, so I just don't think that. Again, not to frown upon what we have, Eric, but all this trade talk. You're talking about a big name player.
Mm-hmm.
And there are far better teams to make the deal with the Blue Jays than
I could. Yeah. I'm just saying, but what I'm saying is it's not going to cost as expensive as you think it's going to. Look at Kyle Tucker. Kyle Tucker didn't really command a whole heck of a lot, right? And that guy's pretty good.
Yeah.
Arguably, he's probably a better all-around player than Vlad. And it didn't take much to get him. But again, it's up to whatever club is offering whatever player to get Vlad. That's what it's going to come down to.
But the Blue Jays aren't sitting in Toronto right now saying, you know what? We're sitting in this unenviable, but we have to work a deal with the Giants. They're like, no. You come to us. Major League Baseball can come to us.
That's what happens.
We can look at all kinds of packages.
That's what's happening. What's happening is teams are reaching out to Toronto. Toronto's not reaching out. That's how it works.
And I think there's going to be there's just deeper pockets as far as talent pools to make a deal.
Alex, thought this was the offseason, was the start of the tides turning for San Francisco.
Boy, it's been full of it. It's been like a.
I don't know, honestly, man. This is pretty tough, man. For the simple fact is, one thing that pisses me off about the Corbin Burnes, it's low-hanging fruit, man. It's that deal should have been the easiest deal to get done. Giants have a fantastic base or a fantastic park to pitch in. You got Buster Posey as your president of baseball operations. You got a Gold Glove catcher. The defense is pretty good. They should have been able to get that done, man. And look, yes, I understand he wanted to be close to home. First it was, and that's another thing. First it was taxes, and then it was, the wife is having twins, so we want to be close to home, blah, blah, blah. People have kids all the time, right? And I understand, hey, if you want to be able to do that, go for it. That's within your purview as being a free agent. But I would think that the Giants could have been a little bit more aggressive in that. I don't know, man. Seems a little bit weird. And think about this, guys. Think about this one. Corbin Burnes got less money than Max Fried. Does that even make sense? That part doesn't compute with me.
I don't know.
Max Fried got $218 million. Corbin Burnes got $210 million.
I want to take a look at Joe Boyd's comment, but first, Eric, earlier in the show, just so I'm not off script here, the Buster Posey quote, he said, we're not going out there. There'll be no more signing pitching.
That's what he said.
So that takes Roki Sasaki off the table, according to Buster.
Well, I don't know.
Well,
they met with him.
What do you mean you don't know?
They met with him.
He just said we ain't signing anymore. We're off on the pitching.
Well, maybe that's free agent.
Are we all going to sit here and go, oh, God, we can get Roki? Buster just said no more pitching.
Then why did they go meet with him?
Good question.
Okay. So,
again,
we don't know.
Who the hell knows if they
We don't know.
What?
We don't know.
Eric?
Honestly, we don't know.
Eric, is this organization still pretty screwed up? Do they even know what are we doing? What kind of road are we on here? And Joe Boyd says the team is horrible because of Larry Baer and the owners that are lousy at their jobs. So I have to ask this question, Eric, with all the talk, and I mean in-game chatter. I'm watching Kruk and Kipe doing the games last year on NBC Bay Area in my living room, and I didn't hear a single play-by-play call for half an inning because they talked about Mission Rock. So is that, have they pivoted yet, Eric, or is there still a little bit about they're over on the other side of McCovey Cove? Have they actually come home to roost yet?
Let me come back to that. I'm going to finish my thought on Corbin Burnes, and then I'll come back to that. So Corbin Burnes, right? I'm going to go back to this. He signed for less money than Max Fried, 218 compared to 210. And supposedly, I guess the Giants weren't even close to it. Don't know, whatever. Believe what you want to believe. There's differing reports coming out there on what the Giants may have offered, may have not offered, what other teams offered, whatever. But to me, it just seemed like that was, why else would the San Francisco Giants have Logan Webb and Willie Adames out there on radio and podcasts talking about recruiting Corbin Burnes? If the Giants weren't truly wanting to get Corbin Burnes on their staff, why on God's green earth would they have gone to that extreme to where they're having players out there actively recruiting that player that they want to get? And then you totally whiff on it. Not only do you whiff on it, you whiffed on him so bad that he's going to a divisional rival. Not only that, supposedly Corbin Burnes went to Arizona, wasn't even inquiring on Corbin Burnes. Corbin Burnes went to the Diamondbacks. And then the Diamondbacks were able to work out a deal to where, hey, he accepted it and he's willing to play in Arizona, albeit on a lesser contract than Max Fried. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, good
but it
point,
just seems
Eric.
it's well, I'll tell you what confuses me. I'll tell you what really confuses me. You went out there, you extended Matt Chapman a lot of money. You signed Willie Adames a lot of money. So if it was going to be quote unquote a rebuild, you know, the dreaded R word, why would you go get those players? Fried isn't much younger. I think he's younger. I think it's, what is he? Isn't he like 29? And Burnes is 30. You're talking about 1 year. But here we go. I mean, it just, I don't understand why you go to make these moves and then you totally whiff on that one guy that you need to have more than anything else. Dan, it's disappointing. Yeah. What's up, Mike? Mike says, Eric and Glenn, look at this. Look at this, what it is when you start hearing all the rumors of a certain player is coming to San Francisco and then it doesn't happen. Your high hopes gets crushed. Let's be, oh yeah, I get it, man. Well, I'll tell you what, it's not my hopes are getting crushed. It's when the guy is going to a divisional rival, man. You can't do that. You're trying, I said this last night, you're trying to leapfrog Arizona to get into the mix. And now that team just got better, right? That team is now better because they got Corbin Burnes.
Yeah, you brought up the interdivision thing, Eric. So they get Burnes in Arizona.
Yes.
So we got to face him.
Yes.
3-4 times a year. Don't forget, Snell didn't re-sign. Where's he? We got to face him. So we're actually playing against all these players that I sure would like to have in our team. And where are they playing? They're all playing against us in the National League Western Division, Eric. And guys, I'm not gonna get into it tonight. It was too wound up last night. But you say about getting my hopes dashed. I said to Eric a week ago, I said my hopes began to get dashed several days ago when this wasn't coming to a head before the end of the winter meetings. Then before Christmas, I said something's up, and I anticipate there's a secret Santa involved.
Let me think of
going to sign him, and sure enough, there was that third party that you say he went to them. So be it. There was another party got involved, and threw the spanner in the whole works, Eric.
Yeah. Yep.
So now,
real quick,
now we're facing pitchers that we're going to have to it's not like he's going to Boston or he's going to Toronto, which was a prime suspect in this. He's going to a team that we got to beat.
Okay, let's talk about this. Let's go. Heroes in the cupboard. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in the chat before. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giant Sports Talk Live. I think the Giants made those moves thinking they were going to get Burnes. Again, making those moves, talking about extending Chapman and signing Adames. Now that they've missed out, well, it's a development year. You may not be wrong, heroes. You absolutely may not be wrong. Okay, let me talk about something here. I just started thinking about this as we were talking about it.
Right on, Red.
So Corbin Burnes, according to, I can't remember, I don't know who said it. Supposedly he reached out to the Arizona Diamondbacks.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what got the ball rolling with the Diamondbacks. Just recently, supposedly. But he already had an offer on the table of $250 million for 7 years. So you're telling me the guy was willing to walk away from an additional $40 million to go sign with the Diamondbacks?
Eric, I told you, I've been telling you that for months now, and you kept saying, "Oh, these guys are going like Soto." Remember, I kept telling you, it doesn't matter about the money. When you're making the astronomical money that these players make, wouldn't you rather be happier? And he just proved it, Eric.
Maybe. Well, no. Well, supposedly he's making this move because it's closer to home. Supposedly, right? That's right.
So it wasn't about.
It had nothing to do. It had nothing to do with the team either. It just had to do with. It had to do with geography. That's all it was. 100%. It was
where he wanted to play.
It was geography. Period.
Where he wanted to play.
Period. He had an offer from the damn Baltimore Orioles who are at this point in time a pretty big powerhouse in the AL East. The only reason why he wanted to go to Arizona was because of family. But it's weird. So tell me this. You're telling me the Giants couldn't have made, look, is San Francisco that far away from Phoenix, Arizona? It's literally like an hour and a half plane ride. If you want to, do that. I mean, it could be a pain in the ass. But my gosh, man. I don't know, man. I had all these hopes.
Go on, Eric.
Had all these hopes.
Eric, from what I'm reading, this does not compute with me. It says the Giants are cheap. They don't want to pay, right? Right.
But that doesn't make sense because you signed Adames.
He said they did not offer more money. That's why. I thought they did offer more money.
We don't know. Honestly, we don't know. Supposedly, Susan Slusser said they weren't offering that much. Supposedly. I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know.
So what does that mean? They weren't serious?
I don't know. They had to be serious. You're not going to have Willie Adames and Logan Webb out there freaking trying to recruit them if you're not serious. If you're not serious, you're not going to hear about that.
Yeah, when it comes down to the dollars,
none of this makes any sense.
We're going to find out, Eric. We're going to find out.
None of this makes sense. You gave Willie Adames $182 million. You gave Chapman $151 million. That is not being cheap.
Exactly. And knowing our ownership, that was the end of that. Was like, all righty, there's the money gone. So you kind of tighten the purse strings. And
is that it then?
That wouldn't surprise me.
Look, they still have $41 million that they could use without exceeding the CBT. Dude, I'm going to tell you something right now. If they cannot spend close to the CBT, look, I understand you want to leave a little bit of wiggle room with the CBT because depending on what happens during the trade deadline, you want to make sure that you if you want to stay under the CBT, you can do that. But my gosh, man. What is going on, man?
Eric Romo, sometimes I like to deflect and throw them when I see a juicy one and serve it up to you, volley it right to you. How about taking this one here, all right? Because I don't even know how to respond to Babe when he says San Francisco is a smart market baseball. What the hell? What? I
don't know.
What's so smart? What is so smart?
I think he's trying to say that they don't want to just throw money out there, I guess.
Well, they have been throwing money out there. And what's it getting them?
Yeah, not a whole lot.
No. And then we're back to talking about signing Kim again with his bad wing. Oh God, we're going looking at the broken down people. I don't get it. I'll tell you, Eric, in more ways than one, I'm looking forward to opening day because I can't wait to see what this smells like after about 2 weeks of baseball. God.
RJ, Burnes, Gallen, Kelly, Fott, Rodriguez are a decent starting five for the Snakes. Let's see what the Giants can do between now and spring training to close the distance within their division foes. RJ, your guess is good as mine because right now that's what I got right now. I got a whole lot of caca. D-Shot, you summed it up nicely. I have a whole lot of caca because I don't know. Honestly,
well, with all due respect, Eric,
for a
month or two, you've been saying, let it just hold on, let it play out, Eric. I don't like the way it's playing out.
Yep. I don't like the way it's playing out either, Glenn. I don't.
I was starting to buy in. I was going to, Eric is buying me a little patience. After Christmas, then you were like, we get back.
Feeling good, man.
January?
I was feeling good, man. I was feeling good.
I'm not feeling it, man. Not feeling it. God.
Oh, dude, absolutely that's going to happen. Highlander. Absolutely. You know that's going to happen.
Oh, come on. Nah, Cole, I couldn't work there. I wouldn't last till noon my first day. They'd be showing me the door. All right, I've just gone for a smoke break.
No, man.
Where did Glenn go? He went for a smoke and never came back. I take up smoking. Just one smoke? Nope. What do you
and here's the thing. And here's what's up, Swingman?
God.
And here's the thing. All these damn free agent pitchers are coming off the board. Snell, Fried, Bueller, Sean Manaea. Granted, we weren't really caring about those guys. Garrett Crochet got traded. And I was thinking to myself, okay, that's fine. Let them move on. Okay. They got their target set on their one guy they want to get. Oh God, please stop. Okay, hold on. Boo, I'll get to this in a minute. And I thought that was the eyes were on the prize, and that prize was Corbin Burnes. I was like, this is what the Giants want. They know what they want, and they're gonna go get it. Especially after getting Willie Adames. I was feeling good. Not to be so.
And that same premise was scaring me, Eric. All the eggs in the freaking basket again.
And that's fine. I was fine with that.
Every year they go after the one big one and it gets away. And what are we left with? Scrap.
Well, you know what? I mean, come on. They got Willie Adames. That was a coup. Let's be honest. That was a coup. That's why I thought they were going to get some bigger and better things, right?
Maybe they got lucky there.
Right? There was that.
Hey,
that was.
I was off our site today. I was doing a little reading online, Eric, and usually I know it's early in the show, and unless somebody comes with a zinger, I've already got my quote of the day, and it doesn't come from our chat today, Eric. The quote of the day. I thought this was a dandy. Someone that goes by the name of Walnut on one of the chats says, and I quote, "At least we have the pitch clock to get us through these losses a hell of a lot quicker, Eric."
Yeah, well, there you go.
That's how I feel.
Okay, guys, please. I keep seeing Spencer Torkelson. Come on, guys. Spencer Torkelson. Is anyone else high on Spencer Torkelson?
Rob, you have a good point.
I'm not.
You have a good point, Rob. You know what, man? We are just, dude. If things get out, we get off on the bad start this year, dude. Maybe we're not too far off. You know that? Maybe we're not that too far off. Everybody's talking about, we're going to be better with Jung-Hoo, and we're going to be better with a full year of Ramos. And oh boy, we got this guy and that guy. Our lineup isn't that much different than last year when you come down to it. So are we really that much better? Because I said last night, and I'm adamant, our pitching sucks.
Detroit sports fan, no torque for you. What is up, man? That's awesome. I love it. No torque for you. I don't want Torkelson, man. And obviously, you must be
line. Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
You must be a Tigers fan. So talk to us about Torkelson, right? Come on, the guy isn't. I'm sure you probably would be happy to get rid of him, right? That guy is just not. He just hasn't panned out. It just happens, man. That happened. Just because you're a high freaking draft pick doesn't mean you're going to always have success.
Giants are not serious about competing, Eric. They signed Chapman and Adames to get the fans through the gates. They care about the money. This is all Mission Rock.
Oh, Red.
Mission Rock 3.0.
Oh, Red. You're hitting me where it hurts, dude, because I've been saying that for a very long time.
I'm feeling it.
This is the thing, man. Red, I don't know how long you've been listening to me, but I've been talking this about a long time where the Giants don't seem to be serious about winning. And I felt that way all through with Farhan, man. Not from the very beginning, but once I started seeing how he was working, I was like, oh, come on. This guy's trying to do it on the cheap, and it just isn't going to work. Then they fired him, and they hired Buster Posey, Red. And I started feeling differently. I was like, okay, maybe now the Giants are understanding the error of their ways, and they're going to start they're correcting their course, so to speak. But the more this is going on, man, Red, that's what it feels like.
Christian, not signing Burnes for $35 million isn't the end of the world. Well, it's really getting there. Definitely the larger concern is, does any other top talent want to come here besides Adames? And if you think not getting Burnes isn't the end of the world, I feel a little bit differently. A little bit. Because you had another every year. This is going to go down in history as a big trend for the San Francisco Giants. Every year, the big name. Every year, the big name. My God, they're going to get people, not just San Francisco, Eric, around Major League Baseball and other chats, other rooms, other channels. Burnes, Giants, looks like it's going to happen. And what happened? Nothing happened, Derek. Don't you get it? Every year, the cream of the crop does not sign in San Francisco.
That's why I thought it was going to be different. When they got Willy Adames, I was like, that's big. That's big. Getting Willy Adames was big.
But not nearly.
How did they manage that? How did they manage that?
Enough.
But how did they manage that? How did they manage being able to sign Willy Adames? And that guy is a bat. And that's something the Giants have always had difficulty in doing, is signing that bat.
Maybe nobody was paying him, Eric.
Oh, so I'm sure people were paying.
People were willing to pay more than what's he doing here?
I wouldn't have been right around there. I bet you it was right around there. So why did he choose the Giants?
Yeah, that's a damn good question.
Right?
Damn good question.
Mitt Lab. Even Oakland got Severino.
Don't you see
got me
it,
there,
Eric?
man? You got me there.
Don't you see it, Eric, that we're becoming the Marlins and the Tampa Bays of the world?
We're not that bad yet.
Come on. You
Listen,
don't think so?
we're not.
Just
we're not
able, look at Tampa, just able to compete every year.
No. They suck. No. They're bad. Giants are mid.
They develop a hell of a lot more talent than we do.
Think so?
I think so.
I don't know.
Their farm system is. Look at all the talent they develop, Eric.
Yeah, they traded for quite a bit of it.
It's gonna be a long year. Give me a long year.
Joshua ain't too far from it. I hear you. That's why I said yet.
I'm waiting for it, Eric. You're supposed to, at this point, tell me just,
Giants.
Wait till January, Glenn. It ain't over, Glenn. It ain't no judging. Hold on.
Tampa Bay does, not Miami, Alex. Giants are mid. Wasn't Burnes friend? Thank you, Crash.
I think so, Rounder.
Hey, didn't Manisian, did he have a relationship with Burnes since they were both in the same organization? Right? Manisian was with the Brewers for a long time. Corbin Burnes was drafted by the Brewers, if I'm not mistaken. Definitely,
didn't help.
Started his career with
What the hell has Chapman brought us yet?
This is tough.
There's no doubt about it, Red. Giants are fourth best rotation in that West. And the lineup, fourth best in the West. And we're on the cusp of maybe becoming the worst. Oh, God. Just
Alex.
Trying to get you guys to grapple with some reality, man. We're not as good as you think.
Posey made promises to Adames. Yeah, we don't know, man. This is tough, guys. This is tough. I knew after I got off last night and I kept thinking about it, and I'm like, I don't even know what to say. I don't know.
Thanks, guys.
What's the way forward? What's the way forward? Okay, guys, let's talk about this. What's the way forward, guys? What are the Giants going to do? Supposedly, now we're going to pivot to bats.
Right on, senior.
Supposedly, now we're going to get bats. Get more talent. The way it sounds like we're going to go after bats. What bats are we going to go after? Who's left?
And Mike, when you say the term pivot, it isn't pivot to even compete. You've already heard our broadcasters putting out tweets. Wow, 20. Eric, that tweet from our broadcasters, what did it basically say? 2025 is basically a write-off.
First off,
that's 2026.
That's not the broadcasters. That's just a Facebook group called.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Pardon me. You had okay. I thought.
I don't want you to.
I thought
slander.
It was. I thought that's what you. I had my dander up on them.
No, it's Crooked
All
Pipe.
right. All right. Well, that's a feeling then among fans, isn't it?
Yes, it's feelings.
Next year's a write-off.
Here we go.
When I'm over at the NBA game, WNBA's.
Mint Lab, $5. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. He goes, as an Orioles fan, we are probably the second most pissed team behind you guys. Well, there you go. Yeah, he pitched for you guys, man.
Well, you may be pissed. You may be pissed off, but you got a hell of a lot more to be happy and thankful about.
Let's talk about this. What else can the Giants do? What other free agents are out there with a bat?
Here we go again. Oh, Eric, I don't. Jeez.
No, I'm going by what Buster Posey. No, I'm just going by what Buster. What? But Nick Pivetta. Come on. No.
See.
No.
We're gonna have to do this every night.
Is that pivot to Pivetta? Ah! No, let's be honest. Buster Posey told Alex Pavlovich, I can't remember, whatever. Something like that. Forgive me. That the Giants are looking at the offensive side. What was it? Hold on. What was the exact quote?
So they're going to score.
We'll continue to look on the offensive side for players that give us a chance to score runs in multiple ways.
There you go, Eric. I'm not jumping on that hype.
Just, hey, has Buster Posey lied yet? You can't say he's lied. You can't say he's lied.
Well, then people better accept that. Well, we might get Roki.
I understand it.
Buster Posey just said we're not getting Roki. We're not in on Roki Sasaki any longer.
He did not say that.
He said we're not getting adding any more pitching.
No, that's what Kruk and Kipe are insinuating.
So Buster Posey's. I thought you read a quote that said Buster Posey said.
The only quote from
to
Buster
Baggerly
Posey was to Baggerly.
Read to bring it up again then. I thought he said.
No, he did not say
we're moving in where we think we can win with we're going to go with the pitching we got, and we're going to focus now on something else, which is
We believe in our young arms and feel like they are in a position to take some big steps forward. We'll continue to look on the offensive side for players that give us a chance to score runs in multiple ways.
Well, that's not Roki. They're talking about they're off on the pitching and they're now moving to the roster.
He didn't say that.
Oh, come on, read what it says.
He didn't read what it says. We believe in our young arms and feel like they are in a position to take some big steps forward. Did that say anything about not getting a pitcher?
Okay, we believe in our young arms, but if we can add one, we get rid of one, that's great too.
Did he say that?
Sense.
That's not what he's saying.
You can't say he's lying.
You cannot. You're reading too much into it. Just go by what he's saying.
Well,
we believe in our young arms.
Bring it into the show then. We believe in our young arms and we feel they're in a position to take some big steps forward. Then he goes on and says, we will continue to look on the offensive side for players.
That's fine. He's not saying we're not going to try to find a pitcher. What if one drops in his lap? Are you going to say no? Oh, can't get you, man. We're just getting the bats. That's not what he's saying. So we got to be careful. I'm not going to put words in his mouth for the simple fact that he did not say they're not going to look for starting pitching. Now,
I still think that all to me anyway, Eric, that all to me spells that this is an organization still doesn't know what the hell avenue of a rebuild they're even looking at, Eric. Well, we're happy.
We don't know.
Eric, okay, I'm going to pose that to you. Eric, do you believe in the young arms? Do you feel like they're in a position to take some huge steps forward this year?
What does that mean, though? What is big steps
forward
mean?
Don't read too much into it.
Yeah, what's big steps forward mean? What would be your different? A big steps forward means they're improving. Does he say anything? Oh yeah, we're gonna sit here and get to the playoffs. He's not saying that.
No, because
all he's saying,
we're not going to get into this mess again.
All he's saying is that they're going to take a step forward. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. He's not setting these incredible expectations, and he hasn't the entire time. So you got to be careful in what we're saying about Buster Posey because he hasn't lied. He has not lied.
Yeah, he's shady, Eric. He's shady.
There, exactly, Alex. Huge steps forward. Getting better record than last year. Yeah, that would be getting better, correct? Having better numbers than you had the year prior is getting better, is big steps.
All right, Alex. Better numbers, better year. Does that mean the club? Do you think they're going to have a better record than last year? Because I don't.
I think they'll have a better record
than last year.
I think they will have a better record, but I don't think it's going to be a playoff. It won't be a playoff team.
I think they fail in both. No playoffs, worse record. Don't play 500.
That's fair. All right. That's fair.
And as I said last night, we can bitch about it. It's upsetting me, but we got to wait till opening day and then start putting the X's on the calendar, Eric. Loss,
True.
loss. Very similar to last year. It was a rough start. Do you remember the start of the season, Eric? I went on a flyer. I was all over. I was in LA. I was in San Diego. I saw 13 of the first 15 games live. A whole lot of losses, Eric. It started in San Diego where Wilmer, Jesus, first series, he's out for basically the year. It was a mess right from the start. And this year we're starting on the road. Where are we? Cincinnati to start for 4, Eric.
Yeah, we are. Correct.
And then I think we play on the road in either San Diego or LA. I'm not sure. I haven't looked that far ahead to April or May, but we're starting with about a 10-game road trip to start the year, Eric. Tough way to start. Oof. Tough. And I just had such hopes. You got me all excited, Eric. You lathered me up.
We'll see what happens, man. I'm not let's just say.
And can I point one thing out as a fan of the game, Eric? When I watch, I like to flip around I got the flipper going every night on the Major League Baseball channel, right? The network.
Mm-hmm.
And I go personally. I go to a lot of games in San Diego. You know what, Eric? A different atmosphere. What a rabid fan base there. You go to a game in Petco Park, dude, the atmosphere is great. Go to a game in LA, holy, talk about rabid fans, like literally salivating. That's a different. But Eric, you go to a game at Oracle Park, and it's like Sunday church service, dude.
You know why? Why is it different?
It's boring.
Why is it? It's one word. It's one word.
What's that?
Winning.
It's winning. Yeah,
winning. When a club is winning, everybody gets excited.
And I haven't seen them build a team with players that excite me.
That's what it is. If you win, people will come. That's what the Giants did.
Yeah, they will. But I also need somebody to hang my hat on, Eric. Do you remember me back at the very origins of the show, throwing my arms up and going, burn it to the ground, Eric. Just get me new players. Get me trade this team for another team. Just get new faces in here and let's just rebrand this whole thing because it's been such a freaking mess. I need we have a history of the logo and the name, but we need a rebranding of the whole plan, Eric.
I want a
rebranding. I'm tired of
players.
And it goes with Webb. Oh, Webb eats innings and he's this and he's this. We're not winning with it. We don't win with Webb, Eric. We're not winning.
Come on, stop. Don't go that far.
I want to get better.
Don't go that far.
Get better. Well, dude, it is.
Because he's a winner. He is a winner. He is absolutely a winner. Let's not go that far. The Giants.
Eric, is Vladdy Guerrero a winner?
I think he is.
And he's.
But has he been winning with Blue Jays?
They're going to trade him.
Yeah, you know why?
You know why?
Why?
He's a good player playing in. It's the wrong situation. It's the same with
Webb. They don't want to play the money.
Situation playing here.
They don't want to play the money, man. They don't want to play the money. That's why Vlad is going to wind up hitting free agency. They could have got an extension, but you want to come out there with $340
the Blue Jays re-sign Vladdy Guerrero.
Get out of here.
If they were to sign Vladdy Guerrero this offseason,
they
ain't getting better anytime soon with Vladdy.
Good point.
And that's my feeling for Webb. Get something to rebuild this thing, Eric. Let's keep hanging on to Webb, and maybe we'll get better in all the other aspects. And just, I
don't know.
By the way,
point.
You see the guys are coming in tonight once again, like the rounder right here. I'll bring it up. Last night when you left the show, Eric, I just want to point out guys were pretty showing a lot of love to the show, Eric.
Right on, man. Appreciate it.
You
guys are awesome, man.
Doing it again tonight.
Appreciate the support,
bring them up right away. You want to read that
Appreciate that. Thanks, Rounder. $5. Even though you're a Dodger, I know you're a Dodger fan, man. I know you are, but I appreciate your support, dude. San Francisco has 2 hit on their prospects for free agents to come. That was one of the criteria for Ohtani signing with the team. It's better when LA and San Francisco are good. Absolutely, man. When that rivalry is is raring to go. Both teams are really good, and they're slugging it out against each other, man. That shit was awesome. Look at 2021, man, neck and neck. That kind of brought back, the old days of the Giants and the Dodgers just going at each other. Granted, that kind of went by the way of the dodo because 2021 for the Giants was an aberration. For the Dodgers, it was just a normal season. But yeah, absolutely. And here's the thing, real quick, to go back to what you were saying, talking about trading Webb. What doesn't make sense, Glenn, is if you're going to trade Webb, why the hell did you extend Chapman and sign Adames if you're going to trade Webb? It doesn't compute. It doesn't add up. If you did not sign Willie Adames and you did not extend Chapman, then it makes sense if they traded Webb because obviously they're going in a different direction.
All right. In fairness, you extended Webb. Now you've extended Chapman and you've signed Adames. Fair. I understand that.
Yep.
Are we a winning ball club with this whole line, with this 40-man roster?
What do you mean by winning? Are you talking about like playoffs? No.
Are we a winning roster? I'm not excited.
We'll probably have a better record.
I'm not excited to go and watch Logan Webb pitch. I never have been. I'm not. The lineup doesn't.
It's pretty good. Me. I understand.
Jung-Hoo Lee, little intrigue there.
Okay, let's talk about this. 2025. Let's talk about this. Are you going to be excited? Are you going to be excited to see Jung-Hoo Lee? You're going to be excited to see Jung-Hoo Lee?
Are you
going to be excited to see Elliot Ramos? Are you going to be excited to see Willie Adames?
I don't know enough about him, honestly, but I could grow to like him.
Are you going to be excited to see Tyler Fitzgerald?
No.
Okay. What about Bryce Eldridge? Yeah, he's going to be something, huh?
What are you doing to me, Eric?
Just saying, he's coming.
You know the answer to that one. I want him opening day.
Okay. So there's guys.
Why?
There's guys on the roster.
That excites me, Eric. Something fresh. Something that I know could be great for you.
You want I want to build a roster to win. I could care less if it's, a draw. I want to win. The reason why I wanted Juan Soto is because I wanted to win. And yes, would it have been nice to go watch him play? Absolutely. It brings excitement. I get it. But when the Giants were winning the World Series, who were their stars? Who were the guys that people absolutely loved? Other than Buster Posey. It was the pitchers, man.
That's
it.
I'm not going to get in an argument with you, but I will say, Eric, I've had this mentality. I was my dad had this mentality. It rubbed off on me. I've always said, especially in hockey, baseball, any sport, Eric, you could go a 10-game stretch and not win a game, Eric, but come home from the ballpark every night and go, holy shit, what a game I saw, Eric. I got my money's worth. To me, it isn't about winning and the numbers on the board. I have to enjoy what I'm doing. I'll spend my money to see something that it makes me more excited.
And that's fine. Hey, if that's what attracts you, that's fine. That's cool. For me,
be able to say,
I want to win. I want to win.
You go to the hockey, you go watch the Sharks. They're not a good team, Eric, but you can go to the Sharks 2 or 3 games at home over there. They play Calgary at the Tank tonight. You can go and you can drive home and on the way, listen to the post game going, holy shit, we lost, but what a game, Eric. Holy God. If I hadn't gone to that game, I would have missed the greatest game of the year. They didn't win. I go, it don't matter. What a game, dude. They hit 5 goal posts and they had 6 breakaways. Oh my God. Doesn't matter that I got my money's worth.
Okay, that's fair.
Maybe
you're
not
in it for the
everybody looks at
entertainment.
it that way.
You're in
Maybe
it for the
everybody
entertainment.
goes, it's a snoozer. Yeah, the Giants won 2-1 tonight. What a boring game. But we won. That doesn't excite me. I have to be excited.
You're going to watch baseball like watching a movie. You want to be entertained, right?
I want excitement, entertainment.
Okay.
Like, for example, I know you've said it before. The guys might not necessarily remember the play. That home run we watched, the game we went to, okay? The infamous, we call it our infamous afternoon home run. It went off the back of the bullpen wall.
That was a monster shot.
And the ball guys, they have a padded back wall of the bullpen. That ball dented the padding. That was a bomb. Like when it hit, it just imploded. That excited me. Oh, now who's calling me?
GR 78 You
might want to mute that. You want to dock somebody. Rob Iman donates $6. Thank you, sir. I think you donated last night too. Appreciate your support, man. Giants under Greg Johnson are reminding me a lot of the 49ers under John and Denise York. Mediocre. Yeah, are you not entertained? Yeah,
listen, see, I cannot YouTube account, not buying what you're selling. That means
oh, my bad. Go for it.
That means nothing to me. Losing baseball is boring. No, it's not. No, it's not.
Vintage goes on to say Giants lose and are boring.
That's true. But if I see an exciting game, Eric, to me, it doesn't matter at the end of the day if we've won. I go home and I go, I spent $26 on that ticket,
yes.
and it was money well spent.
Grasping at straws. Absolutely. This is what I don't want. Here's the deal, guys.
Lisa,
Let's
nothing has changed.
Man, we like to get we get all off track occasionally here.
Yeah.
But okay. Was this expected? Let's talk about this. Was Corbin Burnes, were the Giants already expecting that he wasn't going to sign with the San Francisco Giants, and they were already beginning to start to pivot? All right. Or were they taken unexpectedly? Were they like, oh shit, we didn't expect this to happen, and now they're going to panic? There's a difference between understanding, hey, we're not going to worry about Corbin Burnes anymore because we're going to go a different direction. So we're good. It doesn't matter where he signs, even though he signs to a divisional rival, which makes no sense to me. But maybe they're willing to go a different direction. But if this is something that was unexpected, what's Posey going to do? This is going to be telling. Does Buster Posey panic?
It is.
Or does he stay under control and say, okay, yeah,
you're right.
We seduced the canine on this one. Right? So
yeah. Oh my God, man. We've got a Ben Bamboo sighting all the way from NorCal. He's over to say, I never expect the Giants to land their guy. I'm starting to think a lot of us feel the same way.
It's tough. Ben, I know, man. I know.
See you back over here.
And what's even more difficult, man? What's even more difficult is it's a pitcher. The Giants usually land a pitcher, man. They usually land a pitcher.
See, you know what? We're into another era,
man.
Eric. It's like ebbs and flows. It's like a tide, isn't it? Now we're back into look at all the chat. We got to grab Flaherty. It's all polar bear again. It's all about, sign this guy and trade all these guys for Ellie.
Guys.
Eric, it goes in ebbs and flows.
This is the problem. If we're going to, if you're looking at Alonso or Bregman, you're going to have to deal with opt-outs with Scott Boras. And if the issue was opt-outs for Corbin Burnes, is Posey going to now flip-flop and say, okay, since you're doing opt-outs, we'll just do an opt-out? Is he going to hold to his guns and say, no, we're not doing opt-outs? This paints Buster Posey in a corner, guys. You guys kind of see where I'm going with this? If you were unwilling to do an opt-out for Corbin Burnes, but now you're willing to do an opt-out for a position player, you kind of look bad. Because the guy you probably wanted more than anything else was Corbin Burnes, so you should have just given him the opt-out. So why would you now just fold and now start offer or considering opt-outs for either Alonso or Bregman? I don't like it, man. I don't know, man. And if you decide not to do the opt-outs, well, then guess what? You're not going to get Alonso and you're not going to get Bregman.
Nope.
This is going to be unique. This is going to be very unique in how Buster Posey is going to be able to navigate this, because you're going to have to deal with the same agent that you had to deal with Corbin Burnes.
Moving you over here. There we go. I got my message.
This is not going to be easy, guys. It's not. If the Giants are looking to add a back, here, let's take a look. Let me bring it up.
Jeez. Ha-Sung Kim. See, I didn't see Ha-Sung
Yeah, I
Kim.
know.
I hadn't seen his name in the chat for 2 weeks, and it was refreshing. And now we're going back down that road again.
I know.
God.
Come on, get out of here. Where are we at here?
Jesus.
That's not the one I wanted. It's not the one I wanted.
I've seen more Ha-Sung Kim tonight than I've seen in the last 4 weeks.
Why is it not doing what I want it to do?
Oh, Jesus. You know, Eric, it still haunts me. I could still see them signing Ha-Sung Kim, buddy. If nobody else does and they get him on the doesn't that just reek of the Giants, man? It reeks of the Giants.
All right, here we go. Let's take a look at unrestricted free agents.
No Mitt Lab.
Here we go. Unrestricted free agents. Max Scherzer? No. Justin Verlander?
No.
Teoscar, he's already signed, so he's off the board. Patrick Corbin? No. Pete Alonso? Alex Bregman? Charlie Morton? Anthony Rizzo? Josh Bell? Let's look at, I'm trying to find position players here, guys. Yohan Moncada. Mark Canha. Justin Turner. J.D. Martinez. Anthony Santander.
I mean, it's getting worse.
Harrison Bader. Manuel Margot.
See, the further you go down that line, you know what that's showing me, Eric? That is showing me that, again, just like Burnes, there's an elite cream of the crop. And if you don't get them, look, Eric, the rest of those players are basically, no disrespect, the rest of those players are a dime a dozen.
I know, Alex. It's a sad list, dude.
It's a sad list. You have an opportunity at 2 or 3 of the top players. And if you don't get them, you're it's like, do you want filet mignon? Or you're going to cut open a can of Spam. That's all you're looking at, Eric.
If I'm not mistaken, I think Eloy signed with Tampa Bay. Ha-Sung Kim.
There you go. There he is. Oh, I knew he was coming. Jesus. Ty France. Licky Lopez. Even he got signed. Oh, well, Eric, you can go down that list. I don't really care.
That's what I'm saying. So what are the Giants going to do? Could someone tell me? Because I don't know. I don't know.
Am I wrong, Eric? Am I wrong? There's the 2 or 3 pitchers, the 2 or 3 players on the field, your roster. And after that, it's slim pickings, man. It's like I call them the dime a dozen. You got an opportunity, you got to go out and get a good player. And the rest, does it really matter if it's Ha-Sung Kim? Ha-Sung Kim. He's just a ball player to me, Eric.
Silver lining. We still have our 2 draft picks.
Jesus.
Estevez, yeah.
Got to get out the ladder tomorrow, too, Eric. Take the Christmas lights down.
Yeah. I was going to do it on Monday.
All right. Well, at least they've stayed lit for the whole show. That's good.
See, that's doing the Farhan thing. I'm tired of piecing it together year by year, man.
But every night, at least once during the show. Once a show, I say this same phrase, Eric. I should just have a cue card with a little stick and hold it up. Is that what we've resorted to? Well, when that you bring up, let's sign Sonny Gray, Eric.
Sonny Gray.
Like, is that what we become? Is that what is that what we're dealing with, Eric? Let's sign Sonny Gray as a holdover, Eric. When you talk about Sonny Gray, holdovers, at least we can get them. All that jazz is just losing baseball. Well, let's tie it together. Let's hold it together, Eric, with this guy. Nah, that's losing baseball. Go out and get me a winning ball club.
Yeah.
That's all I want, Eric. I'd be happy if we just have a winning ball club, Eric. winning ball club. Can I get a winning ball club, Eric? Jesus. Is that too much to ask as a guy who buys tickets?
We need to figure out what the hell the Giants can do to get better. Is there a trade? I don't know.
Got to be a trade. I'm afraid that if there's not a trade, Eric, it's going to be a rough year. It's going to be a rough year. They're going to have to look at making a trade.
Who do you trade?
You got to, like you said, you got to pick up the phone. You got to see who's going to take Wade, Matos, Luciano. Just throw names out there, Eric. See what you can get. See where it takes you.
Exactly, Mark.
Or are we just going to hold on to those guys too?
I don't know. Who do you trade?
What do you do about nothing? Are we going to go through another year of what do we do with Matos? What do we do? What do we do with Luciano? Another year of that, Eric. Hey, Mark.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Who do you trade? Who do you trade? And we can't start. Look, if we're going to talk about trading,
the young guys.
If you're talking about trading, you can't involve Yaz or Wade. The only way you trade Yaz and Wade is just to get freaking international pool money. That's it. You ain't getting a player for those two guys. You're just not. Turd Ferguson. Would you trade Bryce Eldridge?
It's such dangerous, slippery slope.
Would you? I guess depending on who it is. Is it dependent? Let's answer. It's dependent on who the player is. Are you good with that?
It would have to be one hell of a trade, Eric. That would have to be like it would end up being the off-season deal. That would have to end up being like the Jeff Kent trades of the world. That would have to be a doozy when you start throwing Eldridge into a deal. That's got to be one that everybody in Major League Baseball stops and goes, holy shit.
Eldridge is my only untouchable. I get that. But look, I'd say everybody's available. Again, dependent. Eldridge for Tucker in a second. That's what been bad. Yeah. Problem is for a 1 year rental. That's the problem. I don't want to trade him for a 1 year rental. You got Wisenhunt. You could use him to trade. But I think Harrison has more value than Wisenhunt. Matter of fact, he does. If you look at the whole baseball trade values, you can see that Harrison, he's worth quite a bit according to baseball trade values. Look, it's an estimate. I get it. I understand. But at least it's an estimation just to show you who has a little bit more value than others. Trading Eldridge is a panic move. Yeah, I could see that. Depending on who you get back. Absolutely. I would agree with that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd say it's a panic move. If it's for the right, you've got to have a right deal in place.
And here we go.
Names like that, you got to have the right deal.
Here we go. Do the Giants know they can make a trade? Somebody wake them up. Hello. Have some balls and take a chance. There you go. Yeah. There you go. Turd. Or I'm sorry, vintage oddball cards, 100%. Turd says people value Eldridge way too much. Like he's the next Mickey Mantle. No, I get what you're saying because
he is.
We've done that before. And yes, it could go either way, go either direction, or it could be somewhere in the middle. It's funny, Chewy. We were talking about that about a month ago, about trading.
We'd be doing the Blue Jays a favor
because we're taking a lot of money off of their books.
Yep. Absolutely.
Here's a question. Can Posey get that done? Can Posey get it done where they could trade for Vlad and Gausman? And honestly, it would not cost you an Eldridge.
You know, Eric, the guys have been talking about that now, about what he's done and what he's capable of doing.
Would you do it?
Hold off a trade yet.
Would you do it? I'd do it in a heartbeat, man. 100% I would do that. Eldridge in a package for Acuna. I don't know, with two ACLs.
See, now you know what this sounds like, Eric? Guys are throwing out all kinds of names now.
Of course, why not? I mean, there's
you know what this sounds like? Exactly what they don't want. This sounds like panic.
Panic.
What about Acuna with all the injuries? We could get. What about Acuna? No.
He's got 2 bum knees now.
This sounds like panic. They're throwing names out. Eldridge for anybody. Don't like it. Don't like where that's headed.
Boo said it would cost you Walker and Harrison. I would do it.
Oh, shit, yeah. Walker and Harrison? Yeah, dude.
I would do it in a heartbeat. You want to throw in a Luciano? Throw in a Luciano.
Yeah, throw in anything. Yeah. Just get the deal done at that point. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. But when it seems that easy, Eric, maybe it's not that easy. Walker to Harrison.
Should we look? Do I want to do this?
Do you think there's any teams around Major League Baseball, Eric, that would seriously take a flyer on Luciano and say, well, maybe
I
he
don't
hasn't
know.
had a chance?
I don't know.
And again, you got our guys in the chat who are like, all these teams that'll take him. I keep saying I don't think the lineup.
I mean, I could bring up the baseball trade values, and I'll tell you one thing: we would be overpaying, according to baseball trade values. We would be overpaying for both Gausman and Vlad.
But Eric, you've heard me say on this program many a time, we put ourselves in a position where we may have to. We may have to overpay to get anything done, Eric.
Or get off the pot, right?
Rebuild this. Got to rebuild it.
Should we take?
You got to overpay. You got to overpay, Eric. It's the position you put yourself in.
I know. Should we take a trip down memory lane from last night?
It's just frustrating the hell out of me.
Frustration.
Oh, you bringing up the short?
Let's take a trip down memory lane. This was last night around 10:15, somewhere around there. What happened at 10:15 approximately? I wonder what happened.
Twilight Zone.
Oh no! Shit! Corbin Burnes to the D-backs, guys. Oh shit!
Tell me how you feel.
Oh shit!
Tell me how you really feel.
Oh! Yeah, Corbin Burnes to the D-backs. Oh no! Opt out after 2 years.
Oh,
I can't believe it, dude. Son of a bitch, dude. And there we go.
Vince was just like, yeah. Vince was
he was like,
Dilly didn't say a peep.
Dilly didn't say a word. Oh God. Oh, it was just.
I was in the train. I was in the train show last night, Eric, and I had you on the phone. And as soon as I heard like you yell that, and then the sirens went off. Once I heard the sirens, I went, "Oh, it's legit."
It's legit.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe. I was sitting there looking at my phone, and I was like, "What am I reading?"
And you know something too, Eric? It was poor timing because when you announced that, it let the air out of my balloon. I just got my new hat. Want to see my new hat?
Got a new hat.
This is one of my, I always have nice hats, right? Want to see my new hat? This, you're going to freak. Ready for my new hat?
Oh, God, he's got a freaking conductor hat.
You like my hat?
Look at you.
You like that? Look at that.
You're looking like a hoghead now.
All aboard.
Oh, man.
All aboard a 500 season. Straight ahead.
Oh, man.
Oh, I like the hat. It was only $5, Eric.
Everyone right for the 10 lids. Oh, my God.
Nah.
No, what are you doing, man?
All aboard. 500 season. Anyway.
Gosh, bagosh. Yep.
Long year ahead.
Man, oh man.
What happened to my chat? Or did you dissipate the chat? The chat is gone.
The what?
Where's chat?
What'd you do with it? I'm looking right at it.
No, my chat's gone.
Make sure you hit the comments up in the upper right hand corner.
There we go. Pardon me. Oh, excuse me. Sorry about
that. Anyways, guys, I love sitting here talking to you guys about this stuff, but I'm at a loss of where we go from here. We just looked at the available free agents that are left. If you get Alonso,
Mitlab, I hope you're joking. I hope you're tongue in cheek. Sign Scherzer and Verlander. Come on.
Oh shit.
God. It's getting bad, Eric. It's getting bad out there, Eric.
Here's a question. If the Giants do sign Bregman or Alonso, are you willing to sign either one of those guys with an opt-out? Let's put a poll out there, huh? Haven't done a poll in a couple of days.
Oh my God. People coming in with their thoughts on what the
nothing wrong.
Wow. Round table. 72.
Yeah, that's what it's about, man.
72 and 90. There you go. There you go. 72 and 90. I don't think you're far off, buddy. I don't think you're far off. I'm thinking more like
how do I want to do this?
Hold 77 on. And maybe 85. But below 500. Lisa, I have said that for months now. I don't even know. Every time they make a move, and I think I know what direction they're headed, they leave me just. I'm pulling out, you ever picture driving back in the 70s? You didn't have GPS, Eric. You had to pull out the map, and it was like an accordion. You had it on the hood of the car, and you're like, how am I getting from point A to point B? That's how I feel the Giants are. They got the big map, and they're like, what are we doing? How do we get over to a winning organization through all of this? Oshkosh, and we got to go through here, and maybe we can scout over there in this city and sign guys. What are they doing? Are they rebuilding? Are they trading? Eric, they go all in for the big star. Never get them.
They got Adames.
Oh, okay.
Come on. I mean, you got to be careful with that. I didn't expect them to get Adames. I thought they were going to get Ha-Seong Kim.
You didn't want them to get Adames.
No, I wanted it because I wanted Juan Soto.
Yeah, you didn't.
I was going bigger.
So, and you know what? That's unfair of a lot of guys in our chat too. It's unfair, Eric. Be honest. It's unfair. Oh my God, we got Adames. When half of you guys, like Eric, were saying, I don't want him. I was neutral, to be honest with you. I didn't care, but I didn't want Ha-Seong Kim. Who I didn't want.
You didn't want Ha-Seong Kim,
but nobody was. I wanted one. I should say nobody. There were a few. But there were an awful lot going, oh, my God, we don't want to sign Adames. We brought up the numbers, how many times, and compared him against other shortstops and Bo. We all were in, seemed like a lot of us were in on Bo Bichette, though, Eric.
Bo Bichette I like.
Right?
I like Bo Bichette. He's got a history.
So to say, oh, my God, look, we got Adames. Well, most people didn't want him.
Okay, here we go. Let me just
take Verlander. And if we sign those guys, I'm not going to go, holy shit, we got Scherzer, Eric. Yeah. It ain't happening.
We got 44 votes, and 66% are saying yes, 34% say no if you accept opt-out. Here's a question. If there was opt-outs involved, are you okay with losing those draft picks? Because remember, if you sign either Bregman or Alonso, you're going to lose 2 draft picks. What is the price to pay for those 2 draft picks? What if it's an opt-out after 1 year? Are you willing to lose 2 draft picks for having Pete Alonso for 1 year?
Me personally, I think Buster Posey knows the value of the draft all too well.
Okay, that's what I'm asking. So would you accept losing 2 draft picks for 1 year of Pete Alonso?
What are the guys saying? How's that looking?
Rob says yes. Paul says no. Ben says no. With the way we've been drafted, well, Joshua, you got to remember it's a different regime now. That's the thing. That's a different regime.
Not
Justin
just regime.
says yes.
They ousted a lot of the scouts are gone, Eric.
Remember, there's more of a price to pay. It's not just about the contract. You're also going to be giving up draft picks. And that's something I think you need to kind of take in consideration when you're signing either Alonso or Bregman. Because if they want an opt-out after 1 year or after 2 years, I guess maybe.
A 63.93. Yes. Yes. Yes.
There's always 2030 to look forward to.
Eric and I have said this quite often.
Yeah, and international money
Bichette
as well.
Bichette, see, I want a guy I can go and be excited to watch, and it's Bo Bichette. There you go. Bichette would excite me. Jesus, if they made it, Eric, if they got Bichette and Vladdy tomorrow, change my tune again.
Oh boy, here we go.
But I hear the sound of the toilet flushing, man. It's just, ugh.
Guys, you may or may not like this. We'll see.
I don't know, Boo. He thinks Bo Bichette's peaked.
He's pretty young. Isn't he only 27, 28? I don't think he's peaked.
Yeah.
I don't think so. He had a bad year last year for the simple fact that he was injured.
I wanted to sign a 35-year-old pitcher, so if that's the case, he's a baby. He's spring chicken, Eric. By the way, I got my first Sagano card today.
Did you?
Excited about that? Yeah, a hollow foil. Looks pretty good. Yeah. Johnny T says, look at this. Bichette 26. How can you say that's peaked?
Yeah, he's 26. He's even younger. Yeah, he's not peaked.
Bernice and I had AMBR on today, and they were talking about whatever player. It was just background noise more than anything. And we heard, oh, my God, he's peaked. He's finished. He's 28. And Bernice looked at me. She goes, holy shit. You should be in the Smithsonian at your age then. You peak at 28. God help. But this is the way baseball and sports has gotten, Eric. God, you're over the hill at 29 years old.
Yeah, Bichette had a hurt calf like 3 months of this. Yeah, 3 months of this year. He was hurt. That happens.
Off year. Come on. You watch Sagano with Baltimore too. Oh boy. I mean, see, Eric, I'm not an Orioles fan. I couldn't care less, but I'm going to watch some Oriole games when he's pitching for them. See what he does. I'm excited to see how he does. And then I get to say, I told you so.
Zindava. Also, guys, Buster has been in a job for only a half of an off season. We have to be realistic. Absolutely. That's what I've been trying to do here, Zindava. I'm disappointed in how off the cuff people are behaving. Like this hasn't happened. No, Zindava, I've been trying to say that. I tried to say that last night. People are pissed off, man. I understand people being pissed off. You know why, Zindava? I'll tell you why. It's the ghost of Farhan. That's the reason why people are acting the way they are, because we've seen it so much under Farhan, and now we're starting to see similar things happen under Buster Posey. Is it fair? No, it's not. It's not. It's absolutely not fair to go after Buster Posey at this particular time. Now, is it possible that he had a pretty big whiff at Corbin Burnes? It's possible. We don't know the entire story of how that went down. But that very well could be an issue. And we'll just see how he manages the rest of the offseason. The offseason isn't over, not by any stretch of the imagination. But the problem is the Giants needed to get pitching. They didn't get Freed. They didn't get Snell. They didn't get a Walker Buehler. Flaherty is still out there. I don't want Flaherty. And now Corbin Burnes. It seems like Corbin Burnes was the guy the Giants wanted to get.
Yep.
And to see him, and what makes it even worse than Dava is that he's going to a divisional rival in the Arizona Diamondbacks. That's a team that we're trying to leapfrog. So it looks really bad. The optics are bad. But no, I understand exactly what you're trying to say there, man. You're trying to say, let Buster Posey do his thing. And I agree. You can't judge him on one offseason.
Alex, they never got serious. There were rumors, there were talks, there was rumblings. Who comes in? Baltimore signs him. Boom, he's off the board. So we'll have to wait and see. If he has a Giants here, I'm going to say I told us so. But time will tell. Who knows?
I think the issue
Sagano would have been better
with Sagano. I'll tell you why. They didn't. I think the Giants want more than just 1 year. I don't think the Giants just wanted to sign a pitcher for 1 year. They want longevity. Look what Buster Posey is doing.
They won't sign them for long term, and then they don't want them to sign them for short term. What are we doing?
What do you mean they don't want to
sign?
That's
my favorite line. What are we doing?
What do you mean they didn't want to sign? What do you mean long term?
Senga, 5 years. Nope, too long. Can't
That's the wrong. You're talking about the previous organization. That means nothing. The Giants were trying to sign Corbin Burnes long term. He didn't want to do it.
Right. So the new
he wanted the opt outs. And Buster Posey.
They haven't signed
Buster Posey doesn't want to do opt outs. That's the issue.
Well, then it could be more than just 2025. We're in for a long
because
year.
Look, why sign a guy that you believe in and then he's gone in 1 or 2 years? Look at Corbin Burnes. He's going to opt out in 2 years. Now, is he going to get a better deal than what he has now? Probably not. So that opt-out kind of didn't really make any sense, to be honest with you. Now, there's something about Flaherty that I don't know, man. Yes, I know his numbers are good, but I don't know. There's something about him.
I want to
this
and be out on it. Sagano, you think he's going to be just an average? He's nothing you think he's just not worth anything?
Not right? 1 year. For 1 year, no.
But I mean, you just think, just stay the fuck away from him.
Yeah. Yep. Not for 1 year. Makes no sense. Why? What's the point of doing it 1 year?
Then why was it?
It makes sense. It makes sense for Baltimore.
Why would it seem like the Baltimore Orioles?
Why? Because what are they on the cusp of doing?
Winning.
There you go. Giants aren't there yet. They got to wait a couple of years before they're in that same level.
You can't win if you don't get pitchers or players who win.
I understand. Yeah, I know. So I mean, look what the Orioles did they win their division last year? They won the division last year, right? Or was it the year before? Anyways, they either won the division or got in the wild card. So all they needed is that one pitcher, and they got him now. So we'll see what happens. Now, here's the deal, Jack Flaherty. How many teams has that guy been with? He's been with quite a few teams, right? He's with St. Louis. He was with Detroit. He was with Baltimore. He was with the Dodgers. Usually when you have a player that's going around like that in a short amount of time, maybe why aren't the other teams holding on to him? What is the issue, guys, with Jack Flaherty? Why can't he stay with the team? There, maybe take a look at his. See, I think there's something. It's not just his numbers. I think he's been
with St. Louis, Baltimore,
right now.
Detroit, and
the Dodgers. And in how many years has he been playing?
7.
See?
17 through 24.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He has 6 years with St. Louis. St. Louis decided not to sign him. So they traded him to Baltimore. Then he went to Detroit, as you said, and then went to the Dodgers. I mean, within the last, since 2023, he's been with 4 teams.
And he's only really had one good year.
I don't know. Maybe there's something there, guys.
He only had one good year.
No, maybe there's some.
9-2.
Then why did Detroit hold on to him? That's what I'm trying to say. It's like, why would you if the guy is so great and you want to, and he's doing well for you, why are you trying to trade him? And if he fights for his team, why don't the Dodgers sign him then? If he's that good, if he's that much of a positive, then why don't the Dodgers sign him?
He had a winning record with all 3 teams he pitched for last year.
I don't. There's something to it. Just don't know what.
Anyway, I can see the show starting to go. We're just rehashing a lot of the same stuff we started in the first 20 minutes, Eric.
Not quite. We're talking about just different pitchers. But yeah, I get what
Yeah,
you're
a
saying.
lot of the stuff here is just, I reach my point where I'm same old.
Parker, any possibilities trading for Castillo or Pablo Lopez? Or signing Alonso, Flaherty, Bregman? Man, Parker, haven't seen you before. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giants Sports Talk Live. Your guess is good as mine, Parker. I don't know, man. I'm done trying to figure out what the hell the Giants are going to do. We're just going to have to sit back and see what happens. Honestly, I don't know. It sounds from what Buster is saying, he likes his young arms, going to rely on the young arms, and they want to focus on the offensive side of the bat, or the field, I should say. Yeah, Bo Bichette's a career 290 hitter.
Yeah, good player.
Yeah, this is Buster's first test. Correct. That's why you got to be careful.
Yeah, Steven. I look at the roster as it sits now. A lot of money.
Yeah, I know. That's what doesn't make any sense. Steven, talk to me. It doesn't make any sense. You know what? Real quick, before we get out of here, let's throw the link out there if anyone wants to pop in, man. That's always fun to do it towards the end. Hear what people have to say. I'm surprised. Where's Dilly? I figured Dilly would be all over the place with the Alonso.
Dilly's taking a vacation. He came in hard last night. He came in strong.
Yeah, him and Vince helped me out last night. I was able to get that damn thumbnail put out there and get everything changed.
I don't know if you noticed when you signed out last night. Jesus, they were coming in hot. And we had, I think there was 4 of them coming in on the show. I had guests all over the place. They were coming in. The only guy I wouldn't let in was Chardol. I said, nope, can't come in.
Yeah, Chardol was going to be too much for last night.
Taking a break from. I can only handle so much Chardol.
Well, it's I wasn't in the mood to joke around, to be honest with you.
No, he was not. Can we bring in Vince?
Yeah, bring in Vince.
Just to say hello. Hey, Vince.
What's up, Vince?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
good,
buddy.
Man, what's up?
Just like one of those nights you had to do a lot of drinking last night after everything.
Yeah, you had 24 hours to kind of.
Yeah,
what are you feeling tonight now?
I feel like the Giants. Maybe I'm wrong. I feel like they have no direction. Maybe they will.
Yeah, I hear you, dude.
I don't know if they're going left or right here.
I keep saying that. I don't know if they know what direction. I've said it for months. I don't know what they're doing.
And Vince, talk to me. Didn't you seem like there was a direction when they extended Chapman, when they signed Willie Adames? You felt like there was a direction, right?
Felt good.
Yeah, I think you said it best. I think the other night before Burnes broke, I think the idea was to get a shortstop, get Burnes, and let's tackle next year for a big hitter, and then we're good to go.
Yes.
And I think now they. I really think they waited too long. I keep saying that in the chat. I think it's they put all their eggs in one basket, thinking Burnes was going to go their way, and it seemed like it just didn't. And then you hear these reports from your buddy Susan Slusser that the Giants weren't even there, weren't even close to giving a big out contract. So who knows? Who really knows if it's what it is?
Usually I'm the one that does that. Your old buddy, your old pal, Eric Susan Slusser.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a great point, Vince. It just seemed, I said this before, you had your players out there, recruiting him on, talking on the radio and on podcasts, talking about, hey, yeah, we would love to have Corbin Burnes.
I think it was a for sure thing. There's reports that Corbin was going to sign. I mean, look at that report. That Corbin was going to sign. And then they wanted to put in those off years, and then everything backed away.
Yep, and that's what it seems. That seems to be what the deal was the opt-outs. And I go back to this: you're going to have to deal with opt-outs if you want to try to get Alonso too, because it's the same damn agent.
Yeah, but also in fairness, guys, and to Eric and you, Vince, and everybody else what was tuned in tonight, we appreciate all of you. We've got a nice turnout here tonight on
absolutely.
Yeah. Vince, Eric mentioned at the beginning of the show tonight, Burnes was apparently the one who reached out to Arizona. So maybe he just got tired.
He did. That's the report.
The delay, the shenanigans. And maybe he just went and got his own deal. And he says, I'm just going to stay close to home. Maybe he just goes, I'm going to make enough money. I'm just going to go play where I'm happy.
Yeah.
Which was a fear of mine, Vince. I said to Eric just a couple of days ago, I said, Eric, I'm afraid the longer this goes, that either party, the Giants, didn't I say that, Eric? Either the Giants are going to say, you know what? You want to play here that bad, and you're not willing. Like, what are we doing here? Go play in Toronto.
Which
Or
I agree with
go
that
the other direction.
Jenkins report. I think the Giants just said, look, we're not going to do opt out. This is how this is going to be. We're moving on. And I think that's when Burnes got a hold of the Diamondbacks.
And you know what's crazy? Every year of his contract has a deferment.
Yeah.
So how can the Giants not go and offer freaking a shit ton and have the deferments? Make him say no. Well, I guess you kind of did, but have the biggest freaking contract out there. If he was willing to take a deferment, you could have figured something out. Obviously, it had to. I don't understand. If you offer him enough money, wouldn't you think the opt-outs would become mute? Right?
Yeah.
If you gave him 8 years,
deferments are turning out to be the way you got to go, Eric. That's the way you get it done.
Then if you go 8 years, I mean, it sucks. But if you got that deferred money, then you can afford it a little bit. Then now you're not handicapped as much.
Exactly.
But I don't know, man.
But you got to get creative. You got to get creative. And this is I tell you, Eric, I'm afraid this is the future of contracts. And maybe we're seeing it already, Eric, in the last 2 years.
Oh, I think you're going to see a lot. I mean, it's always been in the game. Remember, I read the report yesterday. There was a great article that was written by Barry Bloom and someone else. I can't remember who it was. Talking about there is a history of having deferments. Ken Griffey Jr., Bobby Bonilla, Bruce Sutter, all those guys had deferments. But with the Dodgers, it's just because they're taking it to such an extreme level. Now you're starting to see it all over the place. Now you're seeing teams that are being like, okay, well, hey, let's do this then. Let's do some damn deferments. You're still going to get your money, just not up front.
What do you guys think of Sonny Gray? You think that might be a pass on him?
No,
let's take a look.
Pass. A hard pass for me. Sonny Gray has seen greener pastures, man.
Well, yeah, but he's still. I agree that he's older and he's been around, but as you can see, the Giants need somebody. I'm not saying just sign somebody, but I do think, what's out there is going to be like a Sonny Gray kind of person, and I still think you need some. Well,
it sounds like
you need someone to mentor these young guys, and these guys are too thin. You need somebody. The idea that you can go into this rotation with what you have, you need something. And I'm not saying Sonny Gray is the answer, but it needs to be something better than just what you have.
And supposedly Buster is saying he's happy with the young guys that they got already.
Yeah.
So whatever that means.
I don't know if that's all.
Yeah, that may be just.
That's something you say after you lose Burnes.
Exactly. You know what, Vince? That's exactly that's absolutely a saving face comment.
Yeah. We're good, man. Well, he's been saying it all along, and I think he did that on purpose. He did that on purpose.
And to be honest, Vince, I think that losing out on Burnes, you have totally now shot yourself in the foot. I think that takes you right out of the Roki Sasaki sweepstakes.
I think you're absolutely right. I think he needs to see that this team is committed. And yeah, they signed Adames. That's great.
What if they sign some bats? Does that help bring a lure rookie or Roki?
I think it depends on what those bats are.
True.
I mean, what are you going to sign? I mean, I keep on saying Santander, which I do not like him, but that seems like a move the Giants would make. I hate to say that, but it smells like the Giants.
Yeah, and the thing is, he doesn't have. I don't think Boras is his agent either.
Boras is not his agent. I just don't think he's going to go. If it just doesn't look good for Posey to have opt-outs with Alonso and Bregman, excuse me. It just doesn't make sense. I think it looks bad if you said no to Burnes, but then you do it for Alonso. I think it kind of looks pretty.
It looks bad, doesn't it? That's what I'm saying. It doesn't look right. Why would you not do it for freaking Corbin Burnes, but you're doing it for a position player? You
needed Burnes, like you
needed Burnes more than you needed the bat.
Yep. And you don't do it for him, but you'll do it for Alonso. It doesn't make any sense. I don't see them going Alonso route. I think he is going to come back to the Mets. I think they'll use the Giants to maybe get the price up there for the Mets, maybe, and kind of go that direction. But yeah, I think Alonso wants to go be a Met. I think he will be a Met.
And Eric, you talk about the rich tradition, the winning tradition, the name and all that, the tradition that the San Francisco Giants have. Don't forget, we're dealing with young players nowadays. A Roki Sasaki, who's from Japan of all places. Do you think he cares about what happened? Oh, remember back in '60s, the Giants in the '60s, and even the Giants who won 3 World Series. The guy's he's a kid, Eric. I think, and I'll reiterate what I said. Vince, you were here last night. I think he doesn't get up out of bed in the morning and goes, "My God, I got to sign with those Giants." I think the San Francisco Giants are the furthest thing from pen to paper for him.
Then why did he accept?
If he's going somewhere,
why did he accept
6 years?
Why did he send an invitation to the Giants?
Well, that's before Burnes. I mean, that's the same reason.
No. He because he didn't send an invitation to the Phillies. He didn't want anything to do with the Phillies.
Well, yeah,
he could have very easily said, "I don't want to deal with you guys."
But didn't the Giants already meet with Sasaki already?
Yeah, they've already met with him already.
The
Yankees have.
The deal with the Burnes whole thing just imploded last night, Eric.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I think he, like everyone else, thought Burnes was going to the Giants, and didn't work out. Yeah, I mean,
and how about this? We talked about this last night, Vince. Is it possible the Giants think they have an in on Sasaki, so they weren't hard on Corbin Burnes? We talked about that.
Yeah,
that's a possibility.
I think Billy was throwing that out.
Yeah, Billy. Why go out there and offer Corbin Burnes $250 million when they know they're in the running for Roki Sasaki?
But you're getting Roki cheap, Eric, for 6 years.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
It should have been.
That's what I'm saying.
Should have been. And I said it too.
Both.
Don't get me wrong. I said it. I'm saying the same thing you did on the several shows. But the priority was to get Burnes. That was your priority. Because getting Burnes then opens you up to getting Roki cheap.
Yeah.
I understand that. But if the Giants decide, hey, we could get this guy without having to spend $250 million,
then I think you're going back to being a cheap ass organization. Well, we can get him cheap, so we didn't.
No, because maybe
you want to win. You want to win, Eric? Then you get Burnes and Sasaki.
But maybe they use that money to get another bat. Would you be okay with that? Do you see what I'm saying? If you got Roki Sasaki, but you're able to use that money to get a bat, would you be okay with that?
You remember the other night, Eric, when we went on a big tangent about, you got to freaking spend money in business. You make it back, invest in the players.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, then sign a bat, sign Burnes, sign Sasaki, and get on with your life. Why are we trying to nickel and dime and save money again?
Don't know.
I mean, Eric, look at this.
I can't answer that question.
That's how I call it. I call that back to, if we save the money, we can get it back. I call that you're going cheap again. You call yourself a big ass organization, a big market team, and then all of a sudden you're like, let's save the money for a bat.
That's fair.
Just go and spend the money. You didn't mind spending money over across the bay.
Yeah, that's fair.
Mission Rock.
No, I got
I asked earlier, Vince, were you here from the get-go? I said to Eric, I have a little bit of concern. Have they really moved off the whole Mission Rock thing? Or when are we gonna get back to baseball?
I can't tell you, man. Can't tell you.
But I think going back, Eric, I think
question that should be asked.
They needed Burnes. They absolutely
they 100% need it. And look,
they're
not going to put their players out there to recruit if they weren't heavy on Burnes. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's devastating. I mean, look you're going to be cheap if you say, okay, even if Sasaki told him, hey, I'm going to sign with you guys, just hold out. But if you had Burnes, God, how much better your whole team would be. You would have Burnes and Sasaki with Webb. You'd be on fire.
I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. And I thought that would be the way to go.
Yeah. And you know what? Eric talked about winning baseball and how winning baseball will draw the crowd. That's how do you get people to come to the park? Winning baseball. You're gonna create that winning environment, Eric, with those kind of players.
Oh, I know.
I mean, you've started to right the ship. The rudder has turned.
Yeah.
Iceberg straight ahead. You turn the whole thing. You missed it, and you're sailing.
Yeah.
But we hit the iceberg every freaking time, Eric.
Yeah. We're pretty accurate.
Vince, I'm feeling you. The guys in the chat. I'm feeling like everybody. There's a lot of I don't know what the word is. Resentment, frustration.
There is a lot of frustration. Absolutely.
Frustration today.
A lot of anger out there. I get it. I understand why people.
I was angry last
100%.
night, Vince. Oh man, I was bringing heat last night, man. How many times the San Francisco Giants in my lifetime they keep getting me all excited and then just freaking let me down? And we're not even talking about this. Isn't even play on the field. This is boardroom stuff. They get you all excited, and just when you think, the tide has changed, It stinks, man. It does.
When's the last time you guys have were surprised? I mean, yeah, maybe Adames was probably the most
Adames
closest
was the
thing,
shock.
but
Surprised.
what was the? I mean, there hasn't been a player that you've been like, oh my god, we got this guy. Like, I can't believe we got him.
Nope.
Outside of Bonds, I mean, there's been
it was
nobody.
probably me.
That's
It was
it.
me,
Who?
and I know, Vince, this isn't the reaction you're looking for. For me, it was signing that freaking shortstop that we unloaded to the Dodgers. What's his name? Who was our opening day shortstop last year?
Nick Ahmed.
Yeah.
Ahmed?
Yeah. Ahmed was the last time I went, holy shit, look who we signed. That
He's
was the
joking.
last.
He's
Holy
joking.
crap. No, I mean, like, not in a good way.
No, we're saying
No,
holy
we're talking
crap
about
in a good way,
Glenn.
the opposite way.
No, he just said, the last time he went, holy crap, look what we signed. That's the last time I went, holy crap. And Tom Murphy, getting Tom Murphy in that trade. See, these little guys, even if you went back, if you printed out, Eric, and got a highlighter, and we went through the last 200 roster, well, there'd be more than that with the ups and downs, but the trades, the moves, Eric, all of these nickel and dime moves the last few years, right? Tom Murphy trade, what the hell is that? And Nick,
okay, you got to be careful. You're going back to Farhan. You're going back. I
know, but I got to see some action from
Buster Posey's already done action. It's just everybody wants more.
What's he done? Adames
and Chapman.
No, I had this discussion. You're the only one who comes in. I talked to 8 guys today, and they're like, that was during the season. Farhan was still lurking around.
You know what? I talked to 15 guys today, and they said,
I talked to 20 last week. So
well, I talked about the 53 in the last 3 days.
Bullshit. I call bullshit.
Come on. That was 100% a Buster Posey operation in trying to get extended.
Well, wait a second. Eric, do you want me to pull I'll pull the video.
For what?
You came on the show the other night and you go, that was Farhan trying to save his job. That's what that was. So who is it? Is it Farhan or is it Buster?
Glenn, did you hear what I said last night? Dude, what did I say last night? You want me to play the tape? I'll play the tape.
What'd you say last night?
What did I say? I said my initial reaction when Matt Chapman had signed was I thought that was Farhan trying to save his job.
Right.
Then afterwards, I said, oh, you know what? Maybe this is something different in that maybe it's trying to attract free agents because word was coming out that Buster Posey was instrumental in signing Chapman. So then I realized, okay, that's not what it was. That was my initial reaction when the sign. I was just giving you my initial reaction. Ever since then, I've been saying, hey, maybe this is a deal that's going to try to attract other free agents. And Buster Posey was 100% the reason why Matt Chapman extended. And when did they extend him? They extended him in September. Do you think you're extending Matt Chapman for the 2024 season? Or are you extending him for the future of the organization? It's basically you prevented him from going and hitting the free agent market. Okay, so that was his first free agent.
Are you happy right now? Are you happy with Buster Posey?
He needs to do more. But
when
it's the first year. It's the first year.
Look what the Anaheim Angels have done this offseason, Eric.
Yes.
They have overwhelmingly surpassed what we've done.
Are you seriously going to judge Posey this much when he's been at the job literally 2 to 3 months?
Well, he's on the job, Eric. I want to see
you can't expect miracles. We keep talking about how bad the Giants have been in 6 years, and you're telling me one offseason is going to fix 6 years of Farhan? Come on.
Oh, God,
we got to be realistic.
It's
going to take a couple of off seasons.
Yeah, that's why I say next year we won't win we won't play 500 next year.
I think they will pop the way the team again.
I don't think we're 500.
Without
Vince, what do you think? Are we a 500 team next year, Vince?
Not at all. I mean, maybe if anything, maybe a game or two at one way or the other, if we're above or not.
Well, that's 500.
But here's the deal. I mean,
what about a pitching staff?
Posey was brought in, or Posey wanted to be brought in to make memories. That was his deal. Even if it takes 1 or 2 years, fine. But he's not starting with a bang. I mean, yeah, he got Adames. I think he got outplayed by Burnes. My opinion. I think
fair.
Again, Posey has a lot of he's not very experienced in this, and I get it. That's going to happen. But again, he said he wanted this. He wanted to take this position. So if you take that position, you got to be able to perform. And right now, I wouldn't say he's there yet. And look, I know there's still time there, but if he wants to make this change in 1 to 2 years, right now he's not starting off that first year good. And that's just my input. You have $41 million to spend. Go spend it, and hopefully you spend it.
And I think they're going to. I don't think they're done yet, guys. There's no way that they're done.
Well, Eric, what do you think they're going to do?
Dude, I'm done with that. He's gonna do something. What it is, I'm not gonna even try to go down that.
But is it going to be something where you go, "Holy shit, 41"?
I don't know.
You go. You know what I mean?
We don't know.
It's gotta be. It's
got those memories, man.
Okay, I get it. I understand, guys. You got to have patience. I understand people are yearning for the Giants to get back to their winning ways because of the 6 years under Farhan. But let's give Posey some breathing room. That's all I'm saying. Yes, he accepted this challenge. But look, some of these challenges take time for them to come to fruition. And let's just if next year he totally shits the bed, well, then maybe we have a little bit more of a standing to go, hey, you know what? We're not going in the right direction. Maybe we got to do something else. Again, depending if he shits the bed. But we got to temper expectations. You can't solve everything in one off season. You can't. You guys got to be careful with that. Don't let your damn emotion take the best of you.
You better knock the hell out of the ball next year. Then I mean that's just it.
Yeah.
I mean, don't do it in 1 year, but you better swing big next year.
Yes, I agree. Well, hold on. I didn't finish. I didn't get a chance to read it.
I like that quote. I like that. Oh, you got to go back find it? Want me to bring it up?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, it's all good.
Trying to keep it moving.
Yeah, I haven't read it yet because I was answering what you guys are saying. There we go. I get the anger. The anger is a reasonable response to what has happened. Plus, no one from the organization has come out to attempt to calm the waters. Posey kind of did that with his tweet his text to Andrew Baggerly. It's like they don't want to say. I know. I get it, Hope. Yes. And I think that was a big miss. I've said it. I think it was a big miss on Corbin Burnes. 100%. 100%. It's a bad look. So we'll see what they do.
Okay.
Now, if I'm telling you right now, you guys think you're bed right. You think you guys are freaking livid right now. Wait until the announcement of Roki Sasaki to a team that you don't want them to go to.
Eric, a pitcher's gone to LA, a pitcher's gone to Arizona. Now what? He goes to San Diego. We're totally screwed.
Yeah, I get you. I would be right there with you.
3 of our direct competition at 3 pitchers.
Look, and I know people are going to lose their minds.
Did you see?
And you know what's funny?
A few minutes ago, and we were all. It's not just Eric. It says Eric, Glenn, most guys. You're the ones that said this is the year to sign the pitchers.
It was 100%. 100%. I said that, and I said,
away. We're letting him get away.
Corbin Burnes was a mistake, and I think something happened there, and I don't know what.
Not just letting him get away. Everybody else is signing pitchers.
Yeah, even Arizona. That's just. But here, I'm gonna tell you something right now, and I'm gonna tell you, there's gonna be people out there who are gonna be bitching and complaining about Roki Sasaki, but those are the same people who have said he was never gonna sign with the Giants in the first place. So you can't do that. You can't sit there and bitch and complain about Roki Sasaki signing somewhere else if you were the same person who said, "Oh, he was never going to come to the Giants anyways."
I think he signs. Right? I think he signs here. It's about 10%. What say you, Eric?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to put a percentage. I don't know.
I have no idea. Vince? Are you in the same boat as me, Vince? When you got a young pitcher who's going to be yours for 6 years, and he's going to go to a team where he's going to be happy in a winning environment. That's not.
So I said this last night. I think, he wants to go to a West Coast team. And I think it's the order of either the Dodgers or the Padres, 1 or 2. And then
I think the Padres.
Third.
I think the Padres are a perfect fit for him.
Yeah, the Padres are set up for it, and so I see that going that way. And maybe that's the reason why their GM is not doing anything, or AJ Preller. He can't financially. Number one,
Yeah,
but
I was
number
just gonna
two,
say, yeah.
maybe this is what they're looking to get. I just everything screamed that he doesn't want to go to a big market. He wants to go where he can he likes competition. Like he wants to go against people like Ohtani and Yamamoto and all that stuff. Padres seem to be that team, at least in my opinion.
Yeah, and we'll see if that's true, if that's just patter.
Yeah, that might be it. I mean, it may be already. Some people say it's already done that he's going to the Dodgers. So I mean,
we don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? Just as easily, dude. We could do a 180. He signs with the Giants the first day. Who knows? The way this offseason's going, Eric, Vince.
Yeah.
Who knows, dude? Just when you think you got this thing figured out,
then Eric can play the horn, and we'll be excited for that.
Can I play the horn where it's actually something where I can go, yes, instead of, oh, shit. And Dan is onto something. We talked about that, Dan. One. I remember we talked about that because he wanted to be posted. As soon as Ohtani got his $700 million, he was like, I want to be posted. But you know what? It's not. He was doing it knowing that he wasn't going to get the money. He just wanted to come play. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah.
It's inevitable.
Maybe there was something to that, Eric. Don't forget.
Why go interview with other teams, though? If
Ohtani's money. Look how much he basically got paid a freaking $1 last year.
Pretty much.
He left a lot on the table to get the Dodgers could sign whoever they wanted, Eric.
Warn us. Oh, man. Well, when you hear me start saying, oh, shit, or something like that, then you know that something's going on.
You want to give it another spin, Eric? We got a few extra. We got some new faces in here. I loved what you came in with last night. And I wasn't here either.
Oh, no, I know you weren't. It was, as a matter of fact, Vince and Dilly were with me.
Yeah,
I was going to get ready to shut it down, man.
Vince. Want to relive a memory, Vince?
Sure.
All right. How about relive this? Because I couldn't. You seemed kind of, oh my God. And Dilly, you're not going to hear when we replay this. Dilly was absent. I think he was in shock. And that's a strange thing. Dilly usually, I hadn't heard Dilly that quiet, but listen to this. Listen to this.
This is classic. Getting ready to shut it down. Oh no! Yeah, Corbin Burnes to the D-backs, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There it goes. Corbin Burnes to the D-backs. Oh no!
I like your emotion, Eric.
Up down after 2 years.
Mm-hmm. Well, Vince wears it on his sleeve anyway.
Oh my God! I can't believe it, dude.
Classic.
Son of a bitch, dude. the coup de grace, the coup de grace right at the end, man. Oh, geez.
Oh, God almighty.
Hey, remember. Hey, remember. Don't panic.
Don't panic.
Oh, son of a
we be
panicking.
We be panicking.
Oh, dear God. I'm sure Brunt must have heard that one. Gosh.
Oh, well.
Man. What are you going to do?
Are we going to have to do a wellness check on Dilly? My God, where did Dilly go?
I don't know.
This may have affected him in a severe way.
No, he was good, man. They're talking about Pete Alonso, so I'm surprised he is. I was going to get ready to sign up. I was going to get ready to tell everyone, hey, appreciate you guys hanging out. It was a good show. Let's see what happens. Blah, blah, blah. I look at my phone, and there it is. My lonely tweet was from John Heyman. I was like, what?
You had to be right around the two, because my show last night, I was out of town. That started at 8 sharp. I had just left, so it was about 10:05. So you had
I was just I was right around
2 hour, 2:05, 2:10.
Yeah, I was getting ready to shut it down, man.
Yeah. And then I drove all the way back from Walnut Creek listening to the show. I was like, what the hell's going on? The sirens were going off. I was like, uh-oh. And then when I heard, oh, shit, I go, you put the two together, the oh, shit, and the sirens. I said, this isn't good. This is not good. And
Highlander says, you guys want to be Yankees fans? You know what his real panic is. We don't win at least the pennant and the world is in. Yeah. You guys are woo. You guys.
Yeah, but at least you're still a winning franchise. Come on now.
Yeah.
You're not sitting here every night doing this.
You guys are out there making moves, at least. You're trading.
They made some great moves.
God, everybody's making moves, Eric. The Anaheim Angels are making moves around us.
Angels ain't going nowhere. Come on.
What are our standards? Come on. I like the fact people are coming in tonight echoing what I said earlier, Eric. What is our vision? Where are we? We're back to what's our direction now, Eric?
I know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. All I know is it was starting off. It was starting off on a good note. Giants are spending money. They're getting good players.
Yeah.
We're feeling good. It was inevitable that we were going to get Corbin Burnes. It just felt like it was going to happen. Thanks, Mitt Lab. Appreciate it, man.
You got cigars.
You guys got a hell of a team, though. Come on. You guys got a hell of a team.
Yeah.
You're going to have a hell of a team.
Ironic, Eric. All these team guys coming in like Baltimore fans. Oh, okay. I feel so bad. Oh, my God. Yeah, come on. Orioles? Oh, you're on the cusp of something real beautiful.
I tell you what. Hey, Mitt Lab, would you guys have given up Kobe Mayo for Blake Snell? Would you have liked that last year at the trade deadline? Would you have been okay?
Good question.
For giving up Kobe Mayo for Blake Snell?
Good question, Eric. We want a response.
The Nick Turturro of the West Coast, Chewy. I saw somebody. I didn't even know what the hell he was doing, and then I saw his tweets when Juan Soto decided to be a Met. Oh, that was classic, dude.
Thanks, Graham.
Hey, appreciate that, man. And we that's what we like to have fun. That's first and foremost. We like to have fun.
Graham said he saw his first World Series. What was it? 51?
Wow.
Here it is. Here. Did you miss this one?
Holy.
I saw my first World Series in 1951.
Who was in the World Series in 1951? You know who it was? You know who was in the World Series in 1951? No, you're Googling it. It was the Yankees and the Giants, man.
I was looking
Come
it up.
on! 51, man! 51!
Didn't I come on the show? Don't I have the tickets? Man. I thought I had the tickets to those games.
Heard around the world, man. That's how we beat the Dodgers to go to the World Series, and then we got beat by the Yankees.
It was like 61, 60, 58, something like that. No. But he was around for that, Eric.
Thanks, Armand.
Right
that's
on, Graham.
Hey,
thanks for coming
Highlander.
in, appreciate
that's freaking awesome, dude. That's freaking awesome. You want to talk about witnessing freaking history. Man, that's awesome.
Danny says Bobby Thompson. Right?
It was shot heard around the world, man.
Yeah. Oh, well.
What are you going to do?
I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go have some supper.
Highlander, you must have saw some amazing baseball. How would you come on, Highlander, real quick? He's 70. Oh, right on, man. Love it, man. 74 young. Robert Rothberg, I think, is 74 years old. He's another guy. He's from Staten Island, I think, right? Staten Island? I think he changes it up every so often. But yeah, he's the same age, man. He talks about his love for the Giants runs deep. That is freaking Highlander. Talk to us, man. What was it like watching those guys play baseball? Gosh, dang, I can't even imagine. All we could see is black and white freaking video. That's it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Very different. I bet. Gosh, dang it, man. I can just can't imagine.
And Graham, the stadiums were different too. They're all classy.
He was in the Polo Grounds, man.
Oh, there you go.
Come on, the Polo Grounds
now.
First, yeah, they were swinging tree trunks. Absolutely. There wasn't no thin-handled baseball bats back then. You didn't break bats.
That's baseball history right there.
You didn't break bats back then, man. That was, as he said, there were tree trunks.
Do you ever notice in the Ken Burnes series, Eric, how the game, talk about the game changing? Do you see they didn't put, they go into the dugout now and they have like the barrels in the wall and they slide their bats in. They would line up the bats right there in front of the dugout.
Yeah, pick out your weapon right there.
Ken Burnes saying, oh my God, can you imagine a Major League Baseball catcher today running over there?
Yeah, I know, right?
Be like Lou Gehrig, Pride of the Tanglefoot. That's another good movie, Pride of the Yankees. You seen that one, Eric?
No, I haven't. The one with Lou Gehrig. That's with
probably,
Gary Cooper, right?
Probably the greatest baseball movie I've ever seen. Pride of the Yankees.
Cooper.
Great.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine what it's like back then. Man, the game was more exciting, right? Highlander, would you say the game was more exciting back then because the ball was always in play?
Yeah, I bet.
Oh,
I bet.
That must have been awesome. And every time I watched baseball, once it goes color, it loses me, man. I love the black and white footage.
That's why I always like the Ken Burnes when it's from like 1900 to about 1920.
Yeah,
those are the ones I can watch over and over. That segment.
I love that. Yeah, I love that part of baseball. It resonates with me, and I don't know why. It just does.
Oh, Ben, of course. The newer it gets, I see they've added like the extra inning. I can't get into that because
the 10th inning, I think they call it.
Yeah, that doesn't do it for me. I love the 1900s. Covering the Sox scandal.
All right, man. Are you ready to close this down now? I'm kind of getting tired.
And watching all those people go to the ball games in the middle of the day games, and they're all in derbies, shirt and ties.
No, it was fedoras, man.
Fedoras. Yeah, everything looked classy.
Yeah,
everything
was different. Hey, Vince, man, thanks for hanging out for a little bit, man. I appreciate it, dude.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
I appreciate you, Vince. Thanks for coming on late with me last night, too. It was a late night, buddy.
All right, we'll catch you tomorrow, buddy.
Okay.
See you. All right.
Hey, Vince has become a good contributor, hasn't he?
Absolutely, yeah. Absolutely. Like well, guys, appreciate you hanging out, talking some baseball. Trying kind of talking out the whole Corbin Burnes crap. Yeah,
hey, Lisa.
Probably right. Absolutely, Dan. As we call Famcom commander had some say in that one. Absolutely. But it's weird, Dan. I don't know if you saw it, but supposedly he reached out to the Diamondbacks when he noticed that he wasn't getting what he wanted, whatever it may be. I don't know what it was. He reached out to the Diamondbacks, not the other way around. So a little bit interesting. Anyways, guys, we'll be back here tomorrow, 8:00. Hopefully there'll be some other news. Maybe
we have
who knows?
Oh yeah, we're back tomorrow night at 8.
Yeah, it's gonna get to the point, Glenn. It's gonna be
seriously considering doing 1 hour and saying, Eric, I got it
may not even.
I got homework to do.
To be honest with you, I don't even know if it's going to go an hour here pretty soon because it's just unless there's
that rough. We get into that rough January. Oh my! The only thing to look forward to is there'll be an odd move, a random move, Eric, and then you've got the 15th, Roki. And other than that, we're just playing it by ear and talking trash until spring training, Eric.
Exactly. Hey, Highlander, don't go away, man. I'm going to play a Willie Mays tribute at the end of this. If you're still out there, hang on, man, because I think you'll like the video. Dan, did you hear? Every year of Corbin Burnes' contract has $10 million deferred. He's got $60 million deferred. So are you telling me the Giants couldn't have offered him freaking $250, even more? Go 8 years? Or even 7 years and just get the deferment? Man, come on.
Not creative.
It was in there. It was in their ability to get it done. Look, it's not Arizona, right? But it's pretty damn close. Yeah, I agree. Dan, the Giants blew this one 100%.
And I told Eric all along, we had to
Burnes
steamroll in there. We had to be aggressive.
They had the advantage. They had the advantage over other clubs. He had to go out to the Diamondbacks. He reached out to them.
No, they kept screwing around. This always happens, Eric. When you screw around. Screw around, find out. Eric, I hope you don't mind, but it is this time every night when we have to thank GenesisGoldIRA.com, Duxwell Printing in the Bay Area for all your printing needs, Jimmy, and everybody getting geared up for Monday night. Monday is singles night, Eric. Singles night over at the card shop. So we're looking forward to that. And Signatures for Soldiers, another proud sponsor. And of course, our one-year sponsor. They went long-term. John and everybody at BetterCreditCards.com.
What can I say that I haven't already said about BetterCreditCards.com? It's a website. You go there to get a better credit card. Okay, that's really probably all I need to say for most of you, but I still have time left, so how about this? At BetterCreditCards.com, we have different kinds of credit cards, some with better points and perks, some designed to help you build your credit. Whatever stage of life you happen to be in, we want to help. Give yourself a little credit. BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
Yeah, hey, Greg Johnson, go get a credit card, man. Get a credit card. Maybe spend a little money.
A Visa card. It's just over across the.
Come on, man. Yeah, go get that credit card. It could be a Visa since they're your tenants. Jeez. Anyways, let's get the hell out of here.
Hey, maybe we should talk about that. I'd like to talk more about that tomorrow, Eric. Just you and me, and get your feelings on it. On whether we've actually freaking moved. Has Giants ownership finally? I mean, I'm not hearing any word on it, Eric. Have they finally moved on from Mission Rock? I mean, when are we going to see more baseball and less Mission Rock?
Like I said, look, the
more
Giants
ball.
They are. I'm not going to sit there and say they haven't been spent money, but the Giants can spend more. The Giants are capable of spending more. Get creative. Use your freaking deferrals. If everyone else could do deferrals, so can you, San Francisco Giants.
Well, I would also like to tackle with our guests, and you and I have touched on it for months, Eric, but is the time now to kind of dissipate this whole, I am of the belief anyway, that you can't run this business with 30 owners. I don't think so.
Again, it's Greg Johnson's the final decision maker. Period.
But still, you get a lot of hens in that chicken house. Man.
It doesn't matter. He still makes the decision. He's the controlling.
Well, then
guy.
get me one owner. You should get one owner. I get it. One owner, and that's it. Then you don't have to worry about it.
Can't change it.
Yeah, people there who probably never go to owners who are never at a game. Who it's more. I know people in other industries, Eric. It's just the older they get, they have to have a little toy. And they go to wine and cheese parties and they drink their wine and, oh yeah, you have an ownership. You own the Giants. That's right. I own the Giants. And I have a little cocktail. And Eric, it's all a fun and games for them. Give me one serious owner.
I hear you.
That's all I'd like. I mean, that's what I'd like.
Guys, we'll be back tomorrow.
Play us out of here something big.
Yeah, get us out of here. See you tomorrow night, 8:00. Appreciate you guys all hanging out. I see a bunch of new faces in there. It's awesome. Love talking baseball. I wish it was a little bit more exciting. Come on, let me sound the alarm for something good. All right, guys, we're out of here. See you tomorrow, Glenn.
See you, buddy. See you guys.
Woo!